Alrighty, hello and welcome to the Game Week 36 deadline stream. Yeah, I can't believe we're into the deadline stream. This is actually madness, to be honest. I'm excited. I'm going to be joined by a special guest today as well. We're going to get into that very shortly. But look, it is a very big week for me. I have the triple captaincy ready. I've got the card ready to decide who I'm going to play it on. And look, there is so much to get involved. If you're just joining, smash a like on the video. You know what to do. Subscribe as well. Also, if you haven't already, by the end of this stream, I want you to go over to my special guests, FPL Beer, have a stream. Sorry, have a beer. Go to his channel and smash a sub on there. He's trying to get to 1K. He's very close. You guys are amazing. You helped me get to 1K, and I would love to help get him because it's all about growing the FPL community. And with that being said, we are going to jump straight into it. So sit back, relax, strap yourselves in. I don't know where this stream's going, and it's going to be absolutely mental. Alrighty, I welcome you to FPL Have a Beer. How are you? Have a beer, Gary. By the way, his name is actually Gary. How are you, Gary?
I am great, mate. Very excited. First time I've been on a deadline stream, so to join D Unit for this is I'm actually a bit nervous.
Amit, how are you, buddy? We've just sorry, I'm just getting into the chat really quickly, so you'll have to bear with me.
Yeah,
I jump all over the place. So here we go, boys. Remember to hit the stream for the D Unit. Yes, make sure you also go and hit out FPL Have a Beer stream afterwards. Actually, his channel, smash that sub button for him as well. Where's our spiritual leader? I'm here, Daryl. I'm back. Best captaincy option. Who's your captain at the moment, Gary? Before the deadline, as we speak.
It's on in Burmo. It's on in Burmo at the moment. I think that's the safe one. Would you agree?
Yeah, at the moment, as you can see, actually, I'm going to share this because you can actually see what I'm waffling on about now. I'm going to share my screen so you can actually see where are we, settings, and I'll show you what I'm looking at. There we go. All right, so that's my team currently as it stands, and I have my triple captaincy active, and it is on Brian and Burmo at the moment, and Wissa is my vice captain. So I think the Brentford are going to spank Ipswich. I've just got a feeling that there's goals in that game. Yeah.
How comes you still got your triple captain left? I thought you'd have used it by now.
See, I got a little bit clever for myself, right? So, I thought that there was strong likelihood of a double game week, and I thought that Man City. I thought that Aston Villa were going to beat Crystal Palace, and then we were guaranteed a double game week in 36 because it was never going into 37. Unfortunately, it didn't go that way. Aston Villa just stuffed that up, so I hate them for that reason. But it was ideally, I was going to have it in 36, right? And I would have, my plan was that I thought that Erling Haaland would be close to being fit around 36. Southampton away, Bournemouth at home. I thought that's the time to play it. It's probably a better triple captain than what you'll get in 32.
Yes.
And my bench boost looked good in 32 as well. Unfortunately, it just didn't plan out that way.
So it's the best made plans always the ones that go to shit.
I know. That's what it's been like. Like I was sitting there. I mean, I've been pretty lucky this season. As I said, I've had Phil Foden for 5 weeks, and he was absolutely brilliant. We'll get quickly into a few more comments. So, best captaincy option at the moment, Ali K, me and Gary both have Brian and Burmo as captain. Amit, what an intro. Please come back to the chat, please. I'll coin flip if you come back to the chat, and I'll add you. Hello, everyone. Hello, Christian. Rahi, let's go. Yep. Rahi's like one of these blokes. He literally comes for the card flips because he knows that if it lands a certain way, I'll just do it. Like, because if I'm convinced enough it needs a card flip, I'm willing just to defer all luck to the card.
Well, have you got like a success monitor of how has it gone wrong with the card, or is it like just always 100% on the ball?
It's gone wrong a couple of times, but in the 2 times it went wrong, it wasn't wrong by much. So in game week 33, it called no triple captaincy in game week 33. And thank God it did that because it got it right. Because then it doubled down and said Saka over Marmoush as captain. There was 1 point in it. So that wasn't that bad. 2 points in it. I can't remember what it was. It was either 1 or 2 points. Then it called, but it's called some absolute goat calls. So in game week 34, it called Cunha captain over Salah, and Cunha got 15 points. Salah got 8. That was a pretty big swing. The best one, though, was in game week 29 when I flipped it, and I had Haaland as captain in my team this week, and I had Bruno, And I deferred to the card because someone asked. I was like, oh, you know what? If the card says Bruno Fernandes captain, I'll change it on stream. And it went Bruno Fernandes captain. And boy, did it get it. That was a big swing.
Also takes sometimes you feel crap if you get the decision wrong. If you just put it on the card, you kind of like, you can blame it on the card then, I guess.
100%. Did you know what? Earlier this season, some bloke came on the stream and he went, can I get a card flip between Alanga and Morgan Gibbs-White? And that was the week where Morgan Gibbs-White got 2 points, Alanga scored twice and got like 15.
Oh.
He came back the next stream and just gave me a super chat straight off the back and said, thank you. I was like, it was all the card, mate.
You should be giving the card a super chat. You should set up a special YouTube channel for the card, mate.
That's it, 100%. All right, let's have a look at this. What we're asking for. So, card flip Marmoush versus Mbeumo. I mean, I just don't think Marmoush is going to be... I don't think he's going to start. I'm being brutally honest. That's why I want to sell him for Haaland. Like, this stream is all going to be about whether people come on here with city leaks. I just think that... did you listen to Pep's press conference yesterday?
No, but I've had a look at Fantasy Football Scout and they haven't got him in. They've got De Bruyne up front. I mean, they haven't got Haaland in. They've got De Bruyne up front and Marmoush on the right, I think.
Yeah.
Like how much faith you put in their reading of the team news, I don't know. But he said something like did he almost say he was gonna play, which almost certainly will mean he won't.
Yeah, well, he said yesterday, he's ready, he's good to go. We'll decide tomorrow whether he starts. I know.
That doesn't sound great to me.
I'm more confident with what Haaland came out and said on Thursday night, that I'm energetic and I'm ready. Normally when a player comes out and says they're ready, they're normally ready.
But the other thing you've got to take into consideration, they've got the FA Cup final, haven't they? Is it next weekend?
Yeah, next Saturday.
I reckon maybe they might give him 30 minutes for that. And also, he's just coming back. He's been out for 2 months? I mean, is he going to be that sharp?
Well, this is the thing, but like he's also going to be a huge differential. Imagine if he starts, Marmoush is benched, then all of a sudden the big man becomes the big thing again. And I would argue that even in half an hour, he could probably score a hat-trick against Southampton.
So if you brought him in, would you then triple captain him?
I'm thinking about it.
that would be...
It is literally a Hail Mary play. So, like, the thing is that if I brought him in and all of a sudden he goes absolutely ham, not only am I getting the points from him being in the team, but I'm getting the points from him being captain, and then I'm getting the points from him being a triple captain, and that could shoot me from 5,000, what are we at? 5,639 rank, and that could almost take me back to 1,001 one move.
It would.
Or it could drop me to 10K.
Exactly. I mean, if you do it, that's got to be one of the ballsiest moves I've ever seen in FPL. If you go through with that D unit, triple captain on a player who's not even played for 2 months.
Did you know when I bought him Phil Foden, no one was saying to bring him in. Like, he was not being talked about. I did him in the differentials video, and I did the card flip on stream for, it was either him or I can't remember who the other idiot was I was thinking of bringing in. And the card landed on Foden, and my God, what a 5 weeks Phil Foden did in my team. And then when it came to like moving him out, that was the week he blanked. I card flipped in that stream. I said, do I just sell Phil Foden? Because I was either selling Phil Foden or Bruno Fernandes, and the card said sell Phil Foden, so I sold Phil Foden. So I never got a blank from Phil Foden. He returned in every week I owned him. So for me, everyone else has probably got him on the never again list and the probably worst buy of the season. I've got him at the best buy of the season.
I'll tell you one thing, D-Unit. This time last year, I was in a similar rank than you, and I regret not going for it. Like, I played safe because I wanted to get my first top 10K, and I played it safe, and I got 3K. I was happy with it. But looking back, I wish I'd have pushed it. Because when you might not get that opportunity again. When do you know when you're going to be up there? You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like going, I feel like even if it goes poorly, I'm probably still going to finish top 10K anyway. I've still got free hit to go. I feel like I could definitely do that. But this kind of a move could be season defining, and really set me up for like a 1K finish rather than a 10K. And I mean, like a 3-digit figure at the end of the season, I feel like you just got to go for it, right? Like I've never been someone to play it safe. I haven't played it safe really all season. And the times I have is the weeks where I haven't done very well. So for me, I'm like going, I just think it makes a lot of sense to do it. Let's get back into the comments really quickly. So coin flip. I don't have a coin. We can card flip for Marmoush versus Mbuemo. So generally speaking, Gary, what we do, we show the card. So this side here, if it lands facing up, is Captain Marmoush. And I'm assuming this one here is Captain Mbuemo. So I just throw it. You don't actually see the land, but I just tell you what happens. Oh, mate, the card's off to a flyer. It has landed with no result. It's landed like that. It couldn't call it. All right, so the card will come back to that one later in the show. It is still thinking about that one. All right, so Christian says, I captain Doku. That's an interesting... Now, that is ballsy.
Doku?
That's the left winger for City. Or maybe I'm saying his name wrong.
No, it is. No, you're saying the name right. I'm just like, that's crazy.
I know.
Fair play.
The next one we've got is card flip from Mbuemo versus Wissa. All right, let's see what we got. So Mbuemo will go this side, Wissa that side. And that's landed on Mbuemo. So the card's decided that Mbuemo's a better pick than Wissa. So there you go. And it's interesting. The amount of calls that actually calls like this and it actually gets them right is scary. I don't even know how it does it. Like, I keep thinking it's going to have a mare of a week, and it never seems to have a mare of a week.
Dean, I did a game week preview with Steve-O, that's FPL Nightmare, and Trigger Lips the other day, because I'm thinking about being an Invisa, and they all were massively all over Cunha. What do you reckon now? I mean, I don't see it compared to like Wood. I prefer Wood and Visser over Cunha. What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, honestly, I'm not going to lie. The fact that so many people are bringing in Wissa is kind of annoying me because I had him before, like everyone's bringing him in, so he's no longer be as much of a differential. And lots of other people are thinking about Wood. Now, I would give everyone a bit of a sneak peek. I do card flips off stream, but I don't make my moves based on them because I'd rather do the moves on stream. So whatever the card decides on stream, I actually just roll with. However, I did a card flip last night for Wood versus Cunha because I am actually also thinking about ditching Isaac and Marmoush in my team for Haaland and one of those two. And the card landed on Cunha last night over Wood. It also picked Kevin Sade over Alanga last night, and it also said that I should bring in Haaland last night. And it also said I should triple captain Haaland last night. So I'm intrigued to know what it's going to come up with today. So if anyone's sitting there wondering what the hell this card is on, if it doubles down tonight, I'm 100% doing the moves. I don't even care if there's leaks or not. The card knows that Haaland's going to play 30 minutes and score 3 goals. All right, let's go through some of these other comments. Marmoush is a big time sell at the moment with the way Pep said that Haaland is fit, which means he might start. Haaland needs the minutes for that FA Cup final, to be honest, to prepare for it, and Southampton is that fixture. See, I'm on that line of thinking. I mean, if there's a fixture to be playing Haaland, it's against the bottom team in the league. Fill himself with confidence ahead of the FA Cup final. And the thing is, he's not just been training for a week, he's trained for 2 weeks. So if he's been in full contact training for 2 weeks, I think he's probably good enough to start. That's the way I read it without knowing Pep. But Pep does some weird things that make no sense.
Yeah, I mean, you could look at it either way. I mean, it depends. You could tell yourself a narrative either way. You could say just give him 30 minutes and save him for the FA Cup final. You know, I think the one thing we can say is he's not going to get 90 minutes. He's going to be 30 minutes worst, 60 minutes best, probably. But that, as you say, against the bottom team, that could be enough time.
Oh, mate, I just think about the first time round. So he had an XGI the first time they played Southampton of 2.33. Like, I don't think there's anyone that's had any more XG in a game this season, and he only scored 1 goal. And look, Haaland hasn't been in the best form, but he's come out and admitted it. And when a player admits that he's not been in good form, they normally go bang. Well, especially players like him.
And he's not the type that, I mean, he doesn't rely too much on his pace, does he? I mean, he's got pace, but he's not someone that needs to necessarily be sprinting a million miles an hour to get goals. So, I mean, that kind of, the physique is a lot of the way he gets his goals. So that kind of means he can probably make a return from injury much quicker than someone who's more, a more darty, quick sort of player.
Yeah. 100%. Now, this is an interesting question. Who would you sell out of Sarah and Murphy?
Saar and Murphy. I'm going to say Saar, because there's a lot of talk that he could be rested ahead of the FA Cup final. I don't think he will be. But even with that, I think their mind could be... I mean, we saw it last week with Liverpool, didn't we? They've won the title and then, all of a sudden lose against Chelsea. And I reckon, even if he's not rested, I reckon their minds will be on the FA Cup final. Whereas Newcastle has still got we've still got I'm a Newcastle fan. We still got to get our top 5 or 4, whatever it is, finished for the Champions League. So what do you recommend?
I think you could be right, to be honest. I actually think post that game, because of the fact the way the fixtures are now, so both Tottenham and Manchester United play on Sunday, then they play on Friday night, then the final is obviously on Wednesday night. A lot of time between games. And realistically, if you're a Man United player or you're a Tottenham player and you are thinking that maybe you're 50-50 for that final, you're going to go out there in the Premier League and try and prove to the manager that you should be in the final. So I actually think that the Tottenham and Man United games on paper, if they'd lost, they would have been really easy fixtures this week. But because they're not, I actually think Man United will roll West Ham now. And I think that Ahmad or Mason Mount or someone like this that's probably in line to start could be a very good differential, but no one's going there because they don't really know what to expect. But I'm expecting now, being a Man United fan, that we could see actually a half-decent performance.
I'd forgotten Mason Mount existed. How long has he been there for? Has he been there 2 years?
Close to it. I mean, he hasn't done much for two years, and now he's gone and got 3 goals in the space of 60 minutes or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, he's always a good player, weren't he? He's just, just very unlucky with injuries, I guess.
That's it. All right, so I'm going to catch up on the chat. Sorry, guys. I've literally got behind, so let's have a look. So card flip for Burn versus Konza. All right. Burn, Konza. And that has landed. Whoops. I don't know what's going on there. I've accidentally hit a button with the card flip. There we go. We're back. It landed on Konza. Play Konza. That was interesting. I honestly don't know what happened there. Let's have a look. Don't let rank fear tie your hands. It's a game. Have fun and go for it. 100%. That is why I'm thinking about going for Haaland. FPL Nightmare. Great to see you in the chat. Morning, evening, gents. Hope you're both well. We hope you're well as well.
Hello, Andrew.
Fire King. Afternoon, Mr. D. Mateta to Wissa or Murphy to Langa Shade. All right, what do you reckon? Mateta to Wissa, a better move, or Murphy to Langa Shard?
Well, Mateta to Wissa is probably going to be my move, so I'll have to go with that one. Why is everyone suddenly so down on Murphy? Is his minutes under threat, do you reckon, after...
Personally, for me, if there was one player, if I was just making one transfer this week and I wasn't bringing in Haaland, I'd be selling Murphy for Kevin De Bruyne probably, because if Haaland's not starting, that probably means Kevin De Bruyne is. And I've obviously got 7.4 in the bank. And yeah, that's the main problem, is Murphy seems to keep... I don't know why they keep taking him first off, because Barnes is nowhere near as good on the right wing as what Murphy is. So I don't know. You're a Newcastle fan. I don't know why he keeps on taking him off first, because as soon as they normally take him off, I think Newcastle will go to pop, because their right wing, where Murphy is definitely the best option out there, they just look a bit lopsided for me anyway.
I think he's got... I would probably say, in my humble opinion, FPL Nightmare he's a Newcastle fan as well, can tell me if he's wrong. I think Gordon and Barnes are better players, but I think Murphy has a better understanding with Isaac. And he's just been... I mean, he's been on almost ever-present all season, so it seems weird to sort of like just stick with what you got, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Couldn't agree more. I mean, he started every game since game week... It's like game week 16 or 18 around then. He's played every single game from the start. It's just annoying because he does get taken off early. So, when you're comparing him to like let's say a Brian Mbeumo who generally plays 90 minutes every week. When you're only on the field for 60, that's 30 minutes where you could be missing out on extra points, extra attacks, things like that. That's, I think, why a lot of people prefer Gibbs White over Alanga, because Gibbs White plays 90 minutes every week. Alanga quite often is a bit like Murphy, can get that early sub.
Yeah, we have got Arsenal next week, as well as who have we got this week? Chelsea.
Yeah,
I mean, I reckon they could do very well against Chelsea. be at home. And I was listening to Elite FPL yesterday, and Ray was on there. Ray Koreshi, who's an Arsenal fan, and he thinks they're going to be so down after Wednesday. I'm not going to go as far as to say we should target them, but have no fears basically against playing against Arsenal. He reckons they're just going to be absolutely dejected and be useless for the rest of the season. So, I mean, I'm probably biased because I'm a Newcastle fan, but I'm certainly not anti keeping Newcastle players.
Yeah, not fair. Now this one's an interesting question. Hi D Unit, would you take a -4 for Glasner to Pep? This is a difficult one. I mean, like in game week 37, I expect Wolves to roll Crystal Palace. Like, I just think that either they win or lose. I think they're going to be on a downer post that FA Cup, and I think Wolves will probably beat them, which is why I quite like the Cunha move, because I think Cunha will do very well in game week 37.
Was that a -4 to take him out?
-4 for Glasner to Pep. I mean,
I don't know if I'd take a -4.
Yeah, I don't know if I would either, because like Pep's got no table bonus, and even say they win 4-0. So what would that be? That's 6 points for the win, 4 for the goals, 2 for a clean sheet. That's 12 points. Really, you're only getting 8, and that's best case scenario with the -4 involved. I don't know. I think I'd just probably play it on Glasner and hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's say 2-2 Crystal Palace versus Spurs, it's not going to. You might make up the -4 points wise, but I don't think you're going to be getting much more than making back the points you lose basically from that.
Yeah, no, that's it. What else have we got here? Triple Captain Haaland, the card is out to get you. I don't know, man. The card's made some great calls this season. I mean, it is a really ballsy call, but could be good or could be crap. I'm either going to get lots of hate or I'm going to get people going, oh my God, I can't believe that came in. Nicholas Jackson or Wissa? That's an interesting one.
Again, I'd go Wissa.
Yeah.
I can't.
This is a safe option, right? He's just a safe option. I mean, his stats over the last few weeks have been phenomenal. Like, he scored 4 goals in the last 4 games, and he's got an assist in there as well. In fact, he's actually got 34 points in the last 4 weeks. So that's just pretty damn good. He's definitely the player or the forward that's the most in form at the moment.
There's been a request from FPL Nightmare. It's in our stream the other day. He said if the stream got up to 30 likes, he would include Ahmed in his free hit draft. And he's asking for a card about whether to include Ahmed on the free hit, I think.
Yeah, this is it. I'm going to get to that in a second. Joe, remember what I said last week? What a decision. Yeah, I know. It's a great decision. Iraola AM went perfect. So, yeah, Bonte actually came on here, and I had Iraola is probably likely to get a draw last week. Well, he got a win, and he backed him in over Glasner and got 18 points with the assistant manager last week. Well done, buddy.
Nice one.
Mr. Unit, Mr. Beer, are you quite certain that if Haaland starts, Mamouche doesn't? No, I think there's a world where they both start, and I think there's a world where they both potentially even could be benched. If I'm being honest, I really don't know where Pep's going to go.
Yeah, I mean, FF Scout at the minute have Mamouche on the right, so and De Bruyne are up front, so it could easily be De Bruyne or someone gets benched. I mean, I'm not trying to scare people into De Bruyne being benched, but it could happen, couldn't it? There's absolutely no way of knowing with Pep Roulette.
Well, the narrative I said in my videos this week was Kevin De Bruyne will struggle to play 3 games in a week, right? But when you look at the games, FA Cup final, you'd expect him to start. His last home game at the Etihad Stadium, you would expect him to start. And then his last game in the Premier League, you would expect him to start. And the easiest team they're playing of the 4 is Southampton. If there was ever a week where he's going to be rested so he's cherry ripe for the other 3 games, I hate to say it, but it's probably this week. Like, that's the week that in my head, makes the most sense. But I know other people think other things, but that's just generally what I think. Amit said, I think I'm going to have a look inside the City forums. When do we get team news? Good question. We might get some leaks, but it's going to be about 5 minutes before the deadline, which means I may be making these moves exceptionally late on this stream. Cobser says, people bringing in Haaland and he's not a defo starter. One hell of a gamble to bring in and triple captain. That could end badly. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I know people that triple captain Saka in game week 33. Surely it doesn't go as bad as that. That was rough. I know a lot of people that triple captain Saka in that game week or triple captain Marmoush. Marmoush only got, 4 points over the 2 games. So he got 12 points as a triple captain. I mean, all Haaland needs to do is come on for 30 minutes, score 1 goal. He's already beaten everyone that triple captain in 33.
Yeah. So, I had it on Isaac, I think got 11, which was actually, it's weird looking back. The best one apart from, I guess Salah in 24 was the best one, weren't he? But Haaland back in, game week 3 or something? That was, people who did that actually looking very smart now, aren't they, with the way the doubles and stuff have panned out or haven't panned out.
I know a lot of people actually sit there and have talked about potentially Cole Palmer triple captain next week against Man United. Now, I actually thought about this prior to this morning when I thought a bit more about Man United and potentially actually players wanting to play. I don't think that it's going to be an easy game for Chelsea next weekend anymore on a Friday night. And I don't think that I would want to be playing my triple captain on Cole Palmer in that game either. I did momentarily think about it myself, but in the end I decided not to. FPL Nightmare says Wissa over Jackson all day. Better player with better fixtures. Yep, couldn't agree more. Nikolai says sell Savinho for De Bruyne and Mateta to Wissa. I don't mind the Mateta to Wissa move, but I actually think Savinho starts tonight. Now, I'm not sure if he will, but if he starts, I think Savinho could be I think he could actually probably outscore or match whatever Kevin De Bruyne does if he starts.
Well, who is the in account, the Twitter account with Man City? Is it Main Road something?
Yeah, I can't remember.
He doesn't release it, does he? Till someone was saying to me the other day, he almost teases us with the news. I might put it out now, or I might leave it. And then I think last week he leaked it 2 or 3 minutes before the deadline.
Yeah,
it was.
I know, it's madness. Just enough time for people to sit there and panic move or whatever and whatever.
Yeah. I'm glad none of my moves involves plan move involves Man City. Although again, if my move isn't starting, I guess I'd probably get rid of him for Vissa instead of Mateta. Yeah.
City Extra. That's the one. FPL Nightmares just whacked in the chat. All right, I got inside info. Amit reckons, but this is big. Do a card flip on whether I should share. I'm going to tell you, Amit, the card is going to land on sharing. So share, non-share. Actually, it came up with non-share, so don't share. So I don't rig the card toss at all. I just go with how it lands, and people probably want you to share, but the card said don't share it. Maybe you're wrong. If we don't,
what's that? He said he's got team news.
Yeah, I know. Let's have a look. If we don't get any Haaland leaks before the deadline, do you think you'll make the move? Lucas, I think I probably will make the move, mate. I'm not going to lie. I'm almost 95% certain I'm still going to bring Haaland in for Marmoush. In fact, actually, I've thought about this a lot. I was like, could I just hedge my bets and then I'd have 3 City players? But then I was thinking about game week 37, and I don't want 3 City players in game week 37, especially 2 in the forward positions. Guardiola I'm quite happy to have. But I think if I had Marmoush and Haaland, I'd almost have to make a transfer in game week 37 to get rid of one of them, because I don't think they're going to do that well against Bournemouth. I mean, they might, but I'm not sure. Also, where was that Ahmad one? Hold on. I saw the Ahmad one before. Let's have a look. All right, ask the card about Ahmad on a free hit this week. All right, so Ahmad in, Ahmad out. I actually reckon Ahmad's a really good shout this week, so it'll be interesting to see if the card thinks the same. The card says no Ahmad on free hit. Oh. I know. I was excited for it as well. I was like, man, maybe that means he's not going to start. I'm not sure. Let's have a look.
Everyone was massive on him about Christmas, weren't he, Ahmad? He was like,
he was brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah, and then he's just not heard anyone mention him for months though since then.
He got injured. He actually wasn't meant to come back, but he came back and he looked really good in the Europa League. I mean, he made Haaland score. Like, Haaland is an absolute... You can put me out there and I would have scored about 50 goals. I would have scored that many, but I would have scored more than Haaland scored in the Premier League this season with the chances he's had. He's just been woeful. Woeful.
I remember everyone when everyone when they signed him, he was the new Haaland. Everyone was saying new Haaland. If new Haaland, a new Haaland who can't actually score goals, which is a little bit sort of the key thing about being the new Haaland.
That's it. That's it. Now, I've got an interesting one here. This is an interesting one. This is one I've also thought about. Keep Marmouche. This is from Yar Banks, or I think I've said that right. Or flip him to Cunha or Wood. Keep Marmouche or flip him to Cunha or Wood.
I would be tempted to make the move.
Who would you go to?
I'd probably go for Wood, just because I can't see why everyone is so in love with Cunha. Are you excited about getting him at Man United? Is that a done deal yet, or is it just?
I don't believe anything that gets written in the papers. I mean, I think if Man United are going to be spending that kind of money, they probably need to win the Europa League final. If they don't win that, they might not be making any moves. But yesterday, ironically, the card did call Cunha over Wood, so I just wanted to see if the card is doubling down on Cunha versus Wood on stream, or if it's chickening out and going with what I thought it would go with, and that was Wood. So Cunha and Wood. Oh, mate, it is doubling down. It's landed on Cunha again. So the card is finally backed in. One of its calls it made last night, it was very hot on Cunha over Wood. So if I make that move, it's going to be Cunha.
So is the card directed by the FPL gods?
I like to think so.
That's divine force.
I like to think so. Honestly, sometimes when it lands like this, and like it's a decision where I'm like going, I wouldn't want to make a call on that. And I'm like, well, the card doesn't want to make a call on it either.
the gods haven't decided the fate of this decision yet.
It's brilliant. All right, let's have a look. Keep our mission for Haaland captain this week is the last great differential opportunity this season, I think, and that's from FPL Nightmare. I agree, which is why the triple captaincy? I mean, like, it's one of them chips. I mean, the bench boost went horribly, and that got me only 6 points. I mean, Haaland just needs to score one goal, and he's already making that. So, and I think what we can guarantee is Haaland will play some minutes today. I think that's not in doubt. The great man is going to be back. And if Man City are in a menacing mood and the goals are flying in, you're probably backing him even in 30 minutes to get one or two. All right, which three non-premium players have the highest FPL ceiling regardless of fixtures? So which three non-premium players?
For this week?
It didn't say this week. It just said which three highest three non-premium players have the highest ceiling?
I don't know what you premium. We're talking like over 8 million.
Yeah, I'd say over 8 mil. Yep.
I'd probably go Visser for the remainder of the season. Let's go have a quick look at my watch list. Maybe Evan Nielsen.
Yep.
Someone from Bournemouth. Who have they got? Is it Leicester?
And last game week in the season, 38. Yep.
Last game week, yeah. And Burmo's over 8 million, so I can't have him.
Yeah, he's out. He started the season under, but he's out now.
Maybe Cunha or Chris Wood.
Yes, I mean, like, I think maybe I think you might need to go. I think potentially, like, in my head, I'm like going, I would classify Wood, Cunha as great options, but I would say that they're probably pretty premium because, like, they've been great assets all season. I think on the one-off shop, I would actually go with probably Alanga, Kluivert, and Sade. All of them have the capacity to get 2 goals or more in a game, or like 2 attacking returns in a game. And one of them's on penalties, Kluivert. Sade has got more. I actually compared him today in today's video, and Langa's got greater assist threat, but Sade plays generally closer to goals. So ideally, if he's scoring a goal, he's probably more likely to get bonus. However, his goals have come in spurts. I mean, of his 10 goals, he got 2 last week, and he scored a hat-trick earlier in the season. Outside of that, he's only scored 5 goals in, what are we now, 35 games played. So he's scored 5 goals in the other 30 games. So that's not ideal. But if you want the ceiling, I think all 3 of them have great ceiling.
quite like Bowen as well because he's got, I think, again, Ipswich on the last day of the season.
Yes, he's got a great
Man
fixture on
United,
the last day.
Yeah, he could do well against Man United today. Again, I don't know if you'd class him as a premium. He's still fairly well owned, isn't he?
Yeah, he is low owned. He's actually a really good differential. I'm quite happy to own him this week as well. Tam R. Man United going to beat Chelsea next week. I'm going Amarin for assistant manager. He will rotate it this week, not next. Oh, that is a really good shout. I had not considered that, but that has got table bonus. Could be a good move.
Oh, table bonus, yeah.
Like massive table bonus, not even close.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Peter Bryles, how are you, buddy? Peter is one of our premium subscribers who pays me for my content. Thank you very much. Good morning, buddy. How are you? And he's put and the cool thing is I put an emoji on of my face. So he's just played the emoji of my face, which is pretty cool. City Extra. All right, don't share then. No, don't bring him in. Trust me. I don't know, man. I think the Haaland's going to be perfectly fine, Amit, if I'm being honest. He's not going to come on and play 10 minutes. We know that much. Anshuman Palwali. Hello, how are you? Should I start Saka or Bowen? Saka had a decent game against PSG. What do you reckon?
Saka or Bowen?
Yeah.
I'd go Bowen because I just think even if Saka plays, which I'm assuming he will, I just think, as I said earlier, I just think they're going to be so down after that PSG game. Yeah, I'd go for Bowen. How about yourself?
Well, I own Bowen. I sold Saka, so I think between now and 38, I think Saka's, for all better terms, he's a crap asset to own. I think in 38 he's amazing, which is why I want to play my free hit in 38 because I'll be loading up on Arsenal. I'll be loading up on Bournemouth. And at the moment, I only have one Arsenal, one Bournemouth player in my team. And after today, that could well be no Bournemouth in my team. And then obviously, Newcastle, I'll probably be trading one of their assets today as well. And they've also got a very good fixture in 38 against Everton at home. That looks like a really good fixture on paper too.
You still got your free hit left as well?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, you've done amazing there to get this so high and you still have triple captain and free hit. That's brilliant. So
my aim was like going, that's why I'm like kind of willing to take a gamble on Haaland. Like, because I've still got an extra chip to play and not many, I think post this week, anyone that's not an assistant manager, unless you're like one of the weird people like me that thought free hit 38 was going to be amazing, then you've probably got nothing left and you're just going to be taking hits to like change your team and stuff. So I suppose that's what it is. Let's have a look. Well, usually when FPL is this crazy, it's best to do very little. Classic FPL. Yep, don't mind it. Stevie O will be disappointed. Cheers, D Unit. No, look, Ahmad. Yeah, it's just one of them things. Unfortunately, Cunha it is. Eubank says the Southermites do for Cunha and Wissa. Oh, the card Cunha versus Wissa. Huh? That's interesting. I don't mind that. Some people obviously want to take on Wissa. Everyone, the talk has been this week bringing in Wissa for a forward. So I suppose I understand where people are coming from. They want to be a little bit differential. So let's go Wissa and Cunha. All right, the card really loves Cunha because it landed on Cunha again.
Isn't it like 3 or 4 times now?
Yeah, it's tripling down on it.
yeah, definitely.
Well, all I will say is the last time the card backed Cunha and he got a 15-pointer, so...
Go against the card at your peril.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's have a look. Afternoon, guys. Hope you're well. Yes, hello, Shax. We hope you're well as well. Oliver. I'm not even going to say the last bit of your name, mate. Olaf or something like that. Do I captain Bowen or Woods?
Bowen or Woods?
I'm assuming that's Wood.
Yeah. Who Forest got this week? Forest are away at home to Leicester, so I'd go Wood, I think. Because as you said, Man United could do better than we expect them to.
Yes. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure who I would go in that one. I don't think I'd even go. I understand that Bowen was really good last week, but the fixture made a bit more sense on paper to me. This week they're away at Old Trafford, and I don't think they're going to have it as easy. Even though I still expect Jared Bowen to return in this game, I don't think the ceiling's really going to be there for him. But yeah,
Whereas
I'm not sure.
Wood could get. Who did he get his hat trick against? Was it against one of the bottom?
Nah,
teams,
he got 2 goals against Leicester the first time round, and he got his 2 goals off 0.36 XGI. He actually got his hat trick in the 7-0 win against Brighton.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I mean, based on that, they're at home. I mean, if he could get 2 goals again, I mean, you'd imagine his XG is going to be better at home. Yeah, I think Wood. I think I'd go for Wood out of those two.
The worst thing is that I actually benched Chris Wood for that hat trick, which I still don't understand how that happened. I mean, I was sitting there, the week after when I started card flipping on stream, I was like, I wish I'd started this a week earlier on who to bench, because I dare say the card would have said, don't bench Chris Wood. So I can't even default to just the card stuffing it up. It was just my own decision making stuffed it up.
There used to be a guy, you probably won't remember him because you've not been watching FPL content for that long, have you?
Just this season.
He was called FPL Dare. I think he stopped about 5 or 6 years ago, and he would make his decisions. He'd have a dare every week, I don't know, I'm trying to remember, picking out bingo balls or something, and based on that, he would do his FPL decisions. And I think he actually had a couple of decent ranks. But I wonder what anyone knows in the chat whatever happened to him. He was, I think it's from South Africa.
Far out. That's mad. Actually, it was weird. When I first started doing content, YouTube obviously just didn't know where to bloody send a thing outside of Australia, and there's only so much of a market here, right? So it sent it to South Africa weirdly at some point, and this bloke sat there and goes, "No idea how I clicked on your thing. I don't know how I got sent here, but my God, this is actually quite entertaining." Sub straight away. I was like, well, I don't know how it got there either, but I'm glad it did.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look. Would this, wizard this and that, Cunha going to bang? Yeah, could be. Talk about a differential pick that no one's talking about. Connor Bradley. Slot has said that he'll bench that fraud Trent for the remainder of the season. I go, good riddance, Trent. I'm so glad to see the back of that man. What do you think about Trent, Gary?
Well, in general?
Just in general. I think he's a great crosser of the ball. I think he's an absolute wank defender.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd love him to become a Newcastle instead of Real Madrid, because I just love watching him play. He's one of those players. I kind of think when he gets to Real Madrid, he might not be able to get in at right back, and it'll end up like a David Beckham situation. Do you remember when Beckham went there and he ended up playing in a deep midfield, spraying it around? Yeah. And then Real Madrid suddenly became shit. Something like that.
Maybe the same thing's going to happen again. One of my funniest things this season, Dallo has been absolutely turgid for Man United this season, but when they went to Anfield and he absolutely rinsed Trent Alexander-Arnold through the washing machine to the point where Slot took Trent off because he was just getting absolutely destroyed, I sat there and thought, you're not a very good defender. If you're getting rinsed by Dallo, who has rinsed no one all season, then you're a crap defender.
I think Liverpool fans will miss those moments though, like that corner against Barcelona. I mean, that sort of stuff that stays in history books forever. You know what I mean? I think they'll forget about him. I think they'll remember him hopefully fondly I hope so in the future.
I think so as well. I think one of your own you always think of fondly. I think even Marcus Rashford is a very similar position at the moment, but he'll still be. I still will remember him quite fondly for Man United. Let's have a look. All right, hold on. What? Have I missed something here? No, I haven't. If let's say Haaland does start, would you sell Marmoush or Guardiola, considering Marmoush starts too? I'm assuming you must have Kevin De Bruyne as well, because otherwise. Unless he's got Pep Guardiola as assistant manager, which is also a possibility. Who would you sell out of those two, Guardiola or Marmoush?
I guess Marmoush, because we'd be more sure that Guardiola was going to start. You would
say,
think. But difficult one.
Yes. Yeah. Let's have a look. All right, Chill22 says, Captain Cunha or Mbuemo, Mr. Card. All right, mate. If the card doubles down here again on Cunha, I mean, it's on something. I think surely this has to be Mbuemo. Mbuemo, Cunha. I think the card's lost the plot. It's picked Cunha again. What is going on? That's 4 calls for Cunha now. How is that even a fit? Like, that can't be right. That can't be right. I think it's lost the plot. I think if there's a call it's got wrong, it's got that one wrong. Either that or Cunha's on for a 15-pointer and Buemo's going to get like 14 points or something like that.
The odds of that happening by chance are like 5%. So it definitely, the FPL gods are definitely pushing for Cunha.
Either that or it's a dud card. Because it's not the normal card I use. I couldn't find the normal one, so I picked up another one. So I need to catch D unit. Might as well hold and play Mateta plus Eze. Reverse fixture 1-0 Palace with Mateta goal. Play Bradley for a punt. All right, if you're trying to catch me in the league, yep, go ahead. I haven't got any of those players and hope for a 1-0. Tam R, Guaviol 15-pointer incoming. Captain shout, I reckon. That's bold. It's possible. It's possible. I don't think I'd be going there myself, but it's possible. Also, what time is the actual deadline? It's 8:30, right?
I don't know. It's 1:30 UK time. So.
Yes, and it's currently closing in on 12:30.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Good. I was just checking. I was like, I didn't want to sit there and go, I've got 12 minutes to make these moves. I'm going to sit here and just not do nothing. Could you imagine maybe doing nothing is the correct play? All right, D-Tuck says, help me win my mini league big unit. All right, well, what do you want help with? Put it in the chat. Mini league leader doesn't have Mbuemo. Didn't have him last week at least. Thoughts on selling Salah to Mbuemo to captain him to chase. Cheers, boys. Why would you need to sell Salah to get Mbuemo?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Much as I think Mbuemo's a good option, I wouldn't want to get rid of Salah. That seems like shooting yourself in the foot potentially.
Yeah, here we go. FPL Mez says, nah, I know that guy do dare on FPL. He made decisions based on whatever it landed every week, but I can't remember who it is. Okay, so he knows who you're talking about, but no idea who he is. Marmouche to Cunha or Vanlinson Bowen is tempting. The card is called Cunha all day long, so Cunha. I'm not even saying that. The card said it. So if it got it wrong, can't blame the card, not me. Jojo, free hit 38 would still be awesome. You might only make 5 changes from your original team, but differentials will be epic. Saka dropped, Marino starts. Isaac dropped, Wilson in. McAtee O'Reilly at City, etc., etc. I mean, 38 is always one of them weird weeks, and you do get lots of leaks prior to the deadline. Amat's just come in saying that Haaland starts. See, I'm telling you, the card knows things that I don't know. All right. Oh dear. I don't know what I've read here, but this does not sound good. Took a -12 and Mbuemo effective ownership scared me. I'm excited, laughing my ass off. I mean, if you're excited taking a -12, I'm excited for you.
What's the most number of hits you've ever taken, the unit?
In my first season, I didn't realise that they were worth -4.
All right. Quite a big one then.
Did the same thing happen to you in your first season?
No, I'll tell you what did happen. I did know that it was worth -4, but I'd blown all my chips early on in the season.
Oh, you're one of them that played the first 4 game weeks?
Yeah. And it got to a double game week towards the end, and I took a -28 hit to make sure I had 15 players, and it actually ended up getting me about 60 points. So, Yeah, about 60 points. So it actually worked out. And the people in my mini league were like, you're not supposed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. That's not how you play FPL.
Yeah, it is.
It is if it works, mate.
Well, it was funny. So this other bloke, Antonio Rogers, he's in the WhatsApp chat and stuff like that. He joined. He took a -16 in game week 34, and he outscored me. and I took a -8, and he still outscored me. I was like, that's just ridiculous. But he was like one of them people that bought in Cunha and captain Cunha. So I was like, that's 30 points straight off the bat, isn't it? So, I mean, it can work.
Yeah.
You just got to hope that it works.
Particularly if it's the end of the season and you're chasing, if you've got, you want to win a particular mini league or something like that. If it's probably for overall rank, it probably isn't a great idea. But definitely for mini leagues, I'd say it's worth it if you've really got a feeling that this is going to work out.
This is an interesting question. If I play a Cunha Mateta, if I play a Cunha Mateta, I just had to say a Cunha Matata. Would I have no worries? Would you have no worries if you played a Cunha Matata this week? Or Cunha Mateta, whatever you want to call it.
What is Cunha? I'm not sure what the reference is, mate.
So, The Lion King, Hakuna Matata, okay. What a wonderful thing. It means no worries, yeah. I don't know. I'm a bad singer. That is probably not how it goes, but that's just what I remember.
I never really watched The Lion King. I was more of a Jungle Book man.
Oh, what's that song? The Jungle Book. I can feel it.
The fire. Give me the secret to man's great fire. That's what's bothering me.
Yes.
I want to be a man cub, yeah.
Yes. Oh, mate, the old classic cartoons. You got to love them. Absolutely love them.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. If I play Cunha Matera, yeah, I think you would have no worries, is the honest answer this week. Maybe next week you might have a few worries with Mateta, but I think this week you could be all right. Bowen, Eze, or Sade?
For captain or just to bring
Just in general, I think to buy, I'm guessing. I'm assuming that's to buy a Boulder chair. What a name, a Boulder chair.
I would go for Bowen, but I reckon if you're looking for a differential or getting up the leagues, etc., maybe Sade.
Yeah, I think same. I think I would probably go for Sade. I'm actually considering getting rid of Murphy for Sade myself, and it seems mad, but tripling up on Brentford, I think, against Ipswich and potentially Fulham might actually be not too bad of a shout. Yeah. And it says Daryl Code just inspired by next season club name. How many people are going to have that next year? Hakuna Matata. It means no worries. I think someone's just written lol, probably at my singing. Don't blame you. I remember Raptor took a -20 in his first season making videos. Thought that was ballsy in his position. Think he's played super safe ever since.
Yeah, that's one of the things when I'll plug. I have an interview series where I get a lot of these big content creators on, and I think the thing is when you get when you make it big, you generally stop taking risks. I can't remember the last time I saw a Let's Talk FPL Andy or a Raptor or whatever really do something crazy. Doesn't seem to happen, does it?
I think that at Let's Talk FPL has been taking risks all season. They've just been horrible risks. I mean, if you're bringing in the likes of Calvert-Lewin and then changing him to Ndiaye, I would classify that as not taking a minus hit, but it's taking a punt in the dark and hoping it comes in. Because those players, let's face it, Everton, they're very good defensively, but my God, they struggle in front of goals. Why on earth would you bring in two of their attackers? And he owned them for a huge amount of time as well. I think I bought in that Ndiaye guy, and then it ended up it was the other one. It was the other guy who ended up going off on. I can't remember his name. McNeil? No, Beto.
No, the one who's only got 4 million. Beto, yeah, and he ended up being.
He was huge.
If you'd have bought him in, you'd have been called a complete nutcase. But then it was like, what was it, 5 goals in 5 game weeks, something like that?
Yeah, that 5-week spell. There's been a few players this season, if you've owned them at the right times, you've made bulk rank, because some players have just had a 5-week magical spell, like Phil Foden, like Beto, and then they've done nothing the rest of the season.
Yeah.
If you've held them post those 5 weeks, you might as well have just shot yourself in the foot. Let's have a look here. Test the card. Cunha and Alanga or Wood and Bowen? All right. Yeah, fair enough. All right. Cunha, Alenga, Wood, or Bowen. I feel like it's going to go with... I feel like Bowen's going to be really good this week, but it has been landing on Cunha all day long. And it's landed on Cunha again. That's not possible. That's five card flips in a row that Cunha has landed on. Even the card is just magical and it just knows that Cunha... There must be some positive energy around Cunha.
Or it's the wrong card.
Or this card needs to go in the bin. It's one or the other. It's not both. I mean, the fact that it keeps on landing on Cunha makes me want to bring Cunha in. I'm not going to lie.
Where's the normal card, the unit?
Well, I couldn't find it. I'm not sure what I did with it, to be honest with you. I flew it around somewhere.
Okay.
But yeah. All right, here we go. Shaq says, D-Unit, you know I ain't catching you. Well done on your rank and overall fantastic play this season. A fellow United fan, we're going to Bilbao. Let's go. Yes, we are going to Bilbao. And we're going to rock the Bilbao and we're going to send Spurs, pack them back to North London and they can cry in the river.
What do you reckon, from an honest point of view, how do you reckon that game will go?
I think Man United are amazing against European teams. We're crap against Premier League teams. And this game, I feel, if it's played in a European manner, Man United will win comfortably. If it's played in a Premier League manner, I'm actually scared. But the fact that Ahmad is now fit, the fact that Mount is fit, and provided they're fit for the final, I feel a lot more confident than I did prior to them being fit because Ahmad is class, and I would argue he's probably going to be the best attacker on show outside of Bruno Fernandes in that game if he's fit. I don't think Tottenham's players are at the level of what Ahmad is when Ahmad's on form. So that's my read on it. I just hope that he gets some minutes between now and then and doesn't get injured because he's going to be a massive asset in the final.
And is Maddison and Son still going to be out then?
Yeah, Maddison's done for the season. I'm not sure about Son.
Yeah.
So that's also good news. Maddison out.
Yeah.
This one's interesting. Marco Vudikic says, should I do a -4 for Rashford to Kevin De Bruyne and then I bench one of Sarr Mateta? I think I'd just play Sarr and Mateta. I wouldn't worry about Kevin De Bruyne and taking a -4. That doesn't really feel worth it.
Yeah, I'd agree. I wouldn't be taking something like that.
I want to be like you, do. Brilliant. Will Erling the GOAT start? No idea, Benji, but I'm probably just going to bring him in anyway because stuff it. Why the hell not? I'm playing my wild card. Can you throw some rogue names that can make me come first in the game week? All right, give him some rogue names.
Rogue names? Sade? We've already said him a few times, haven't we? God, I'm not good at thinking on the spot.
Hudson-Odoi for the differential pull.
Hudson-Odoi.
He's really low owned. He could pop off. I mean, Sessegnon in goal, in defence for Fulham could be a really good shout against Everton as well, especially if he starts on the right wing again. Who else can I think of off the top of my head? I mean, you could play McNeil.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
You could go with like a Liverpool attacker that's not Salah. I don't know which one though. It's a bit like slot roulette, isn't it? You could bring in Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer could be a good differential against Newcastle. I know that Gary won't like me saying that, but he could be a good shout. He looked much better last week against Liverpool. That's the best I've seen Cole Palmer look in about 10 weeks.
Yeah, is Luis Diaz? Is he favoured at the moment, or is he?
Well, he was benched last week, so I reckon he starts this week.
Yeah, because he did seem to be nailed for a while, didn't he? But
yeah, and then Salah, they won the league, and then the rotation came out.
Yeah, and I guess there's no way of knowing, really, is there?
That's not.
I'll throw a really, really out there one. Szoboszlai.
Yeah, the slob. Slobberslai. I call him Slobberslai because I can't say his bloody name.
Yeah, I bought him in Football Manager once, and I must have pronounced his. You ever play Football Manager? You do the commentary in the game in your head, and the way I pronounced it in my head changed about 1 million different pronunciations when I was playing that.
Oh, mate, we're getting some weird comments in here now. All right, so I'm playing. Let's talk FPL, the kind of guy who wears two Johnnies.
Okay.
Just going to leave that there.
Yeah.
Triple captain on Saturday, thoughts?
Gordon Bennett. Well, if you really chase him, maybe.
Have him. KL says, "What is your plan, bro?" My plan is, at the moment, Haaland in for Mamouche. Then it's either. I am open to a -4 this week, by the way. I'm going to ask the card in a little bit because last night it said take a -4. And I am also thinking of ditching Isaac for Cunha or Wood. And then but probably Cunha because it's called Cunha all day, night long. And if I can't back against the card. Every time I backed against the card and the card's made a decision like that, the card has been right and I've been wrong. So I'm very scared about that. Then the other moves could be instead, I could actually sell both Murphy and Clivert and I could get in Alanga and Sade and then I'd have Haaland for Mamouche. And then I'd keep Isaac, but I'd bench Isaac and I'd play Wissa, Haaland, and then I'd play Mbuemo, Sade, Salah, Bowen, and Alanga as a 5-man midfield. That's my plans at the moment.
Do you leave your moves right up to like the last 5 minutes, do you?
I made a move in game week 29 to bring in a player and captain Bruno, and I reckon I had about 10 seconds left. Yep. If the internet had gone down, I was stuffed. Let's have a look. Prime Joe Hart or Prime Jordan Pickford? 4.
Prime Joe Hart. I'd go Pickford. I know.
Prime Joe Hart was pretty good. He just couldn't play the ball with his feet.
Yeah, he couldn't play the ball. I mean, do you remember when I had him? I've got a really bad memory of this. So I had him the first season Guardiola took over, and Guardiola dumped him. I mean, I had him in my FPL team, and then Guardiola, I don't think he ever played a single game for Guardiola. They had another goalkeeper in, so just because he was so terrible with his feet. But and also, as an Englishman, you know, Pickford got good memories of like the World Cup penalty saves and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
Pickford.
I mean, it'd be hard to go past him, I reckon. I would probably plump for Pickford just. Not by much, though. Hello, Freddie. How are you? Nice to see you again. Hi, mate. Which 3 should I start out of Murphy, Mamouche, Saka, and Sarr?
I would probably bench Sarr because I'm not sure if he's going to play. I mean, we might have news on Marmouche, hopefully. But then I don't even know if Saka will start. I really don't know.
I think I'd bench Saka. I just think that Arsenal, I can't see them doing very well this weekend. So for that reason, I just think I'd bench Saka. No. And I feel like Murphy is a minute's risk, but I feel like they've got something to fight for. Arsenal haven't really got anything to fight for. Like fighting for second, is that really even a thing? I don't think it is. Marmouche, obviously, could be really good. Sarr again could also be really good, but there's question marks over all of them. Zenax 6666 Cunha to score a haul. I mean the card's on it. FPL Nightmare Cunha captaincy option for the last 3 weeks. To be honest, yeah, I actually think Cunha against Crystal Palace in 37 could be really good. I mean, there are some doubts about whether they'll bench Cunha because realistically he's not going to be there next season. But I think the way that Pereira's done it, I think he starts the last 3 games. I can't really see him not starting, to be honest. I don't think anything will be announced before the end of the season either. So for that reason, I think he just continues to play. Freddie, I would say Sarr to not play. All right. Yep, fair enough. Thoughts on Palmer captain?
Thoughts on Palmer captain?
No.
This week?
No.
I mean, it shows how, like... not having to go at anyone in the chat, but just, you know, superficial or knee-jerky we are, you know what I mean, in the FPL community. He's done nothing at all. And I know he played well and gets a penalty, and now people are talking about captaining him, whereas before, no one would even want, you know, even like the idea of him being in your team was like making you sick.
This is true. And also, thoughts on Isaac to Watkins?
I don't like that. I don't like that as a Newcastle fan.
Yeah, I mean, Watkins isn't on penalties. It'll be Asensio most likely, even though he missed a couple. I just think that Bournemouth is actually quite a tough fixture for Aston Villa, considering they're going away. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Newcastle have an easy fixture either. I think the game against Newcastle Chelsea will actually be quite cagey because of the fact that they're both fighting for that top five. I don't think there'll be many goals in it.
I mean, if you wanted to get rid of Isaac, I would go for one of the other options we've been talking about. Visser, Cunha. Cunha, if you were to listen to the FPL gods.
Yeah, I mean, if this was game week 37, I'd be on board. But it's not game week 37 because Watkins against Tottenham, I would say, especially at Aston Villa's home ground, prior to them playing in the Europa League final, I could see him definitely outscoring Isaac next week.
Yeah.
But I don't think I can see it this week.
I don't think Watkins has got one of those prime fixtures. I think he's got Man United, Spurs after this game week. I mean, they're not difficult fixtures, but there's not a fixture you think he's going to go and get a hat-trick in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd prefer one of the others.
That's it. The Salamite says, should I get Sells for Raya or De Bruyne for Kluivert or Sarr? So there's two parts to that question. Do you prefer a goalkeeper transfer or a midfielder transfer this week? And if you prefer a midfielder one, do you prefer Kluivert or Sarr to leave?
I would not be wasting my money on... I probably wouldn't even be wasting my money on defender transfers this stage of the season. There's no upside. Do you know what I mean?
That's exactly what I thought. I thought about Nottingham Forest defence this week, and I was like, in reality, if they concede a goal, what a waste of a transfer.
Yeah. I mean, when you're switching like goalkeepers around or defenders, you're doing so with like, looking forward 6, 7, 8 game weeks and thinking, I'm going to be able to rotate this guy in or whatever. At this stage of the season, what's the upside?
Exactly.
De Bruyne, I would get De Bruyne in for Sarr. I quite like Kluivert. I quite like Bournemouth between now and the end of the season because they got that nice fixture in 38.
Yep. No, I like it. Let's have a look. Jimbo, I'd go Watkins. Okay. The chat talking amongst the chat. I love it. Getting rid of Isaac feeling risky. I mean, it's a risky move getting rid of Isaac in general. Yeah. Like, let's just put it that way. You are taking the man on. The dude's effective ownership, I think, is like something like it's over 60%. It must be close to 80% at most ranks, I would have thought.
It was 100% last week because he was quite highly
captain. Yeah. I think it was 108% at my rank last week.
Yeah, not a lot. Not that anyone's going to be captaining this week, but still, the ownership's massive. And they've got Everton on the last day.
Yeah, this is it. I'm trying to catch up 65 points in my mini league in 3 weeks. Have triple captain and free hit left, so got to do something risky. You do. I'm actually 58 or 59 points off the top of my own mini league where everyone joins. And I'm like, Can I win my own mini league like against everyone that has joined on like from YouTube? It's possible, but it would take a very good triple captaincy chip in order to do it. And probably some of these differentials to really come in and the free hit to pay off like the free hit in 34 paid off, which realistically it could. Not many people are going to be too invested in Bournemouth and Arsenal without taking hits prior to 38, I wouldn't have thought. But
who's first in your mini league then if you're that far down? Where are they?
We've got someone that's ranked 530 or something like that in the world. His name is BBL Drizzy. He's only just recently joined the league as well. So he's come in without a long-time leader and he's taken the lead with like 2 weeks to go. But it's pretty close. The bloke that's in second that's been leading it for most of it, he's only about a couple of 100 spots behind. But realistically, I think that if I got really lucky, I could probably catch him with 2 chips left to play. But there's a lot of luck. But FPL is all about luck, right? Sometimes the gods are smiling on you, and then other times they're laughing in your face.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say if Jimbo really wants to win his mini league, maybe do what you're doing, triple captain Haaland if we get any news, and then free hit 38. Is that what you're playing?
Yeah.
Free hitting 38. Because the other thing is we usually get a ton of team news.
Yeah.
Because all the kickoffs are at the same time in 38. So, that would be... You might be able to make some ground up there as well.
Yep. All right, let's do the card. Let's do the Haaland flip. So we're bringing the Haaland in. Oh, we're bringing him out. Oh, we're not bringing him in. Now, yesterday, the card landed on bring the Haaland in. So I'm very intrigued to know whether it's still backing its call from last night and whether we'll do it live on stream. And it's still going with Haaland in. So the card, I'm definitely making the move, boys. So anyone that's watching, I'm 100% bringing in Haaland. Now, I've just got to work out whether I'm going to sell Marmoush or if I'm going to sell Isaac or I'm going to sell both. So the next question I'm going to ask the card, Gary, is do I sell both Marmoush and Isaac or am I only selling one? Let's see what it says. Because the card's been hot on Cunha, so I kind of think that it's going to say sell both. But we'll see.
Yeah, and get Cunha in, yeah.
Oh my God, it just did say sell both.
Sell both.
Oh, mate. All right. Am I also selling Murphy? Selling Murphy, not selling Murphy. Selling Murphy as well.
Whoa.
The -4 is on. All right, let's do this. All right, I don't want to muck around. If the card reckons I've stuffed the team leaks, I'm doing it.
How many transfers you got, mate?
Say it again.
3.
Yeah.
How many
No, I've got 2. I'm going to take a -4.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not removing Wissa. I'm not removing Wissa.
Are you bringing in for Murphy?
I'm going to bring in... I'm not sure yet. I'm going to ask the card that in a minute, but I'm going to ask the card whether it's worth it, but I'm going to do it. So here we go, boys. The Haaland is in. Stuff the team leaks. I'm telling you, the card is backing it in. If the card's backing it in, I'm doing it. This card has got me effed up. All right, let's have a look. I'm just going to quickly do the rest of these things. So I'm going to try and catch 55. Is Isaac and Salah to Wood and De Bruyne for -4? No. Just straight up, no. That doesn't feel good.
No.
Apart from the form and fixtures, proven players in the Premier League should play a part in making certain moves. Yep, which is why I want Haaland. I think that Haaland's a lot more reliable than Marmoush, just judging from the way that Marmoush's returns have played out over the time he's been in the Premier League. So I'm a lot more confident. Even if Marmoush played 60 minutes and Haaland played 30, I'd still back Haaland to outscore him. I think.
Yeah, Marmoush he's been a real troll, hasn't he? Because I captained him a couple of times. He scored that hat-trick against Newcastle and then captained him in the double game week and he did absolutely nothing.
All right, so we're bringing in Haaland and Cunha. I'm just doing it.
Go for it, mate.
The card said to do it, mate. We're done. They're in. Haaland and Cunha are in. The next question is going to be whether I triple captain the Haaland between now and the deadline. So, look, I'm going to automatically change Wissa from the vice captain. We're going to leave it as Haaland vice captain for now. We're just going to do that. So, look, I had the funds to do that, and I've now got, what have I got in the bank? I've still got 2.3 million in the bank. So, Murphy can go to anyone. Actually, let's have a look at the options that Murphy could go to. So, I could get rid of Clivert, and that would give me an 8.3 million to spend on a midfielder, but I don't think there's any midfielders around that budget I want.
No.
I've already gone Buemo. Luis Diaz, Bruno Fernandes. Nah. See, I'm not a Man United fan. No, I am. I still think the 2 best midfielders I like this week are Elanga and Sade. Now, I still think Elanga... The card last night picked Sade over Elanga, which I thought was very interesting, but maybe Sade's having one of those 5-week moments. And he scored 8 and 14 points in the last 2.
He's the new better.
I mean, if he did a Leicester, so against Leicester, he got 23 points. He scored a hat-trick and got an assist. Like, imagine if he just went absolutely ham in this game. It would be incredible. Like 23 points at this time of the season from a rogue player like that would be just amazing. Antonio Rogers just says, bro, you're crazy. I wish I had your guts. I might triple captain Palmer, Watkins or Jackson next week, chasing the rotated Tot and Man United teams. The brilliant thing is that I almost can guarantee that no other content creator in their deadline stream has just done what I just did.
yeah, 100%.
I don't think anyone would have had the balls to just sit there and go, all right, the card said do it, just do it. And I've just done it.
No, you don't get that on Let's Talk FPL.
You don't.
Yeah, I'm having a look at my own moves. I'm thinking I might do Mateta to Cunha.
Triple Captain Saturday. This is another person that's asked about Triple Captain Saturday. They must have just looked at the stats I just looked at then and thought maybe this dude could go ham.
Is he nailed on? Is he 100% nailed on for the next three matches?
Actually, let me have a look. I feel like he's pretty good for minutes. Let's have a look. I'll go back there. We go to midfielders. Ironically, by the way, Kevin Sade is now up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He's the 14th top scoring midfielder this season now. That's pretty incredible. At 5.2 mil, that's insane.
Especially because he's not been nailed on all season, has he?
All right, his minutes are pretty damn good. So since game week 22, which was the last time he was on the bench, he's played 83, 90, 74, 86, 75, 90, 84, 90, 90, 90, 86, 67, 71.
Yeah.
That's pretty good minutes.
Still not sure about triple captain, but yeah, definitely might be worth bringing in.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Hi there, guys. Hello, Ricky Rich FPL. Haven't seen you in the chat before. Hello and welcome. Do you know him?
Yeah. He's watches my stuff in FPL Nightmares quite a bit. Ricky,
oh, fantastic. By the way, there's 52 people in the chat at the moment. Can you please smash a like on the video? Give us a reaction as well. By the way, at the end of this stream or whenever you leave, if you go and check out, it's in the description of this video, FPL Have a Beer. I'm going to be on his preview stream for Game Week 37. So make sure you hop along there. It'll be on his channel, not mine. So you have to actually physically go over there and check him out. And when you're over there, if you could please smash a sub on his channel. He's very close to 1,000 subscribers. And we all know that's the magical number in the YouTube world. So if you could do us a favor, go out there. He's been a fantastic guest so far. And we've still got 40 more minutes of him to go. But he would appreciate it, and I would also appreciate it if you could show some support and go over there and smash him a sub as well. I mean, if we all got all 40 people or 50 people in the chat over there, you're going to be very close. So please go and check him out afterwards. I'm also got an interview, and I'll be appearing on there. When am I appearing on there, Gary?
That's be out in Game Week 38, mate. I think I put it go out on Monday or Tuesday.
Lovely. So make sure you check that out in the lead up to the final game week of the season. I tell you what, I don't know how long I went for, but it was a good, I feel like it was at least 2 hours because I drank a few beers during it. Yeah, it was good fun.
Good stories in there about the origins of the card and stuff, wasn't there?
Oh, the card. I'll tell you what, if the card actually is called this right and it's got it right, I tell you what, I think I'll just retire. Either that or it's got it horribly wrong. I'm not coming back on Monday. I will burn this card. If it's no good, I will tear this card up on stream. I'll set it on fire, and that card will be put to the bin and will never be seen again.
If it gets it right, I think the card is going to open its own YouTube channel next year.
Yeah, it's not even going to be me.
It'll just flip itself over.
It's just going to be this in the video. Like instead of my face, it's going to be the card. And it's going to have like this robotic AI voice just saying the card calls this. And it's just going to be the biggest pile of wank you've ever watched. But it will probably be unbelievably goatish and just have an FPL. He'll probably win FPL. And everyone like going, how the hell did a card win FPL? Could you imagine? That would just be incredible.
Did you see, I think it was about 4 or 5 weeks ago now, the woman at the top of FPL, she was leading it, didn't know who Bruno Fernandes was. She was just...
Susan. Susan.
Yeah. So she can win it, card's not that far down on the list either, I think.
I mean, I think her philosophy was, I just looked at who was playing Leicester and who was playing Southampton, and I just made my moves based around those two teams, and I was like, you ain't wrong. They are garbage. Like, they're just no good.
A lot of the time, the content creators say, it's not good to just pick the players that are top of the, have scored the most points, which is what casuals do. But, sometimes picking the players who scores the most points works. You know what I mean?
100%. Let's have a look. If Marmoush is benched, I'm doing Wissa and Sade in for Marmoush and Murphy out. Okay, yep, that decent moves. Bench boost this week or when? When is the best time to... I think bench boosting this week is probably the best week to play it if you've still got it. I think.
Yeah. Well, look at your bench for the next 2 weeks. It really depends who you're putting on there, doesn't it? It's difficult to...
Yeah. I feel like most people played the... When most people wildcarded, they'd probably look to bench boost in 32, 33. Unless you wildcarded in 34, which some people did, or 35... I think you've just got to play it this week. Like, you surely set up your team for a bench boost straight off the bat. If you did, then you just play it. If you've got 4 players that are playing this week, I'd just play it. I mean, I got 6 points on mine, and I thought I had a really good bench, but they all sucked the week I had needed them. Like, I had Verbruggen against Leicester, and Leicester chose the first time to score in 9 games and score twice. I mean, like, what are the odds of that?
Yeah. I think I had 6 points, 7 points on my bench boost. It's not been a good year for bench boost, I don't think.
No, it's not. It's been very underwhelming. I feel like most seasons I've actually played my bench boost, it's sucked. And the most annoying thing is that this season I've had 6 game weeks where I've had over 20 points on my bench. I think next season what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it more in the middle of the season, ignore double game weeks for it, and just play it based on like who's actually in form. Because I feel like players are more in form that you have like mid-season rather than towards the back end. Like especially defenses. Defenses are generally better earlier in the season than they are at the end of the season. By now, all these teams that are on the beach got nothing to play for. They don't care about whether a goal goes in or not. So trying to have 2 defenders on the bench just doesn't seem to work very well.
No, a lot of people use it. Well, not a lot, but a significant minority of people use it in game week 1, don't they? And just get it out of the way. Because like when I wildcarded this time, I picked like I picked a load of players on my bench. If I hadn't have had the bench boost, wouldn't be nowhere near the team. You know what I mean? And it just sort of like, I've now got Mazraoui or Mazraoui and Kilman in my team because they had decent fixtures. The week I was bench boosting, they'd have been nowhere near my team otherwise. So I might consider doing that next season, bench boosting in week 1.
All right, I've just flicked the card just to confirm whether I'm taking a -4. And I tell you what, Gary, I've never seen this ever before, but every call I did last night on the card, thinking about, will it do the same thing again today? It is doubled down on every single call right now. And it said to sell Jacob Murphy. Now, last night, I gave it the call of Kevin Saturday versus Alanga, all right, as the other move I was going to do. And I'm now going to do the same thing. So on the front here, this is Kevin Saturday. This is Alanga. Oh my God, it's landed on Kevin Saturday again as well. What the hell is going on? There's no way. It's literally doubled down on every call I did last night. All right, well, that's the other move, boys. We can get that over and done with, and then we'll look at the triple captaincy after that.
The odds of that happening by chance have got to be like 1,000 to 1 or something. Do you know what I mean?
Like all of them, yeah, honestly, it's literally done the exact same things I did last night. So we are taking a -4. I'm taking a -4 to bring in Kevin Saturday, but I just feel like this is a good move. So let's do it. So confirm transfers, -4. That's the team. That's how it's going in. Now, the only thing I've got left with is the triple captaincy. Now, I'm going to card flip that in the last 5 minutes, provided we hopefully hear some leaks or whatever. But yesterday it landed on triple captain Haaland. So the card is doubling down. It's almost going to land on triple captain Haaland. So I'm just going to put it in there. By the way, as is just said, triple captain on Mbeumo or Cunha. Earlier on today, the card picked Cunha over on Mbeumo. So Cunha it really loves Cunha. It really loves Cunha. So I'm not going to give you any advice on that other than to say that the card picked Cunha, and it's picked Cunha in 5 different card flips tonight on different questions, and I've just brought him in based on a card flip. So there you go. Let's have a look. Who is better for 1 week? Isaac or Mateta? I'm assuming that's for this week. Who's better this week? Isaac or Mateta?
I'd say Mateta if he starts, but I don't know if he's going to start. So based on that, I suppose I'd say Isaac.
Yep, I would agree. Suman Shreshfa. Oh my God, I butcher some people's names. I'm shocking at pronouncing names. Don't want to go with the obvious captainers. Captain Kevin De Bruyne last week out of my gut. Well, you did super well last week doing that.
Nice one.
Yeah, 11 points. I mean, he was one of the better picks last week. Ricky Rich FPL, I'm always under the radar. Who is better? All right, we've done that one. Would you bench boost this week, and who would you prioritise to get in? It depends on who's on your bench, Jesus27. If you're whacking your bench, we can have a look at it, and then I'll tell you, or we'll give you recommendations based on who you've got there. Bloody Verbruggen. Verbruggen or Raya this week. Now, I flipped the card for Verbruggen versus Raya, and it picked Verbruggen, even though it's been all about Cunha. And I'm like, does that mean Arsenal are just going to get absolutely pummeled by Liverpool? Because why the hell is it picking Verbruggen over Raya? Or is it just a sign that Verbruggen's going to face that many shots? He's just going to make lots of save points.
I've got.
I don't know.
I've got Raya or Martinez to decide who to start this week in goal. Who would you go out of them to?
Martinez all day long. I just think Liverpool are going to. I don't think Liverpool are going to show up to Anfield versus the team that's second in the league and put in a bad performance.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I feel like they'll want to say, "We are the champions. Piss off. Come back next season."
Yeah, Martinez has got a chance to save points in that as well, hasn't he?
Yep, I would agree. Let's have a look. 8 Norrie slept on this week. Yeah, but I think just bringing in defenders at this time of the season just feels bad. I mean, like, to get defenders in, I just don't know. I don't know if I don't think I can get involved with bringing in defenders. I'm probably not going to make a defensive transfer until game week 38.
Well, unless you literally have got no defender to play. Like if you too injured, then maybe I'd do it. But I wouldn't do it. If you've got someone to play, just stick them in there.
So my defence next week doesn't look overly flash. I've got Milenkovic versus West Ham away, which is okay. I've got Guardiol versus Bournemouth at home, which should be okay. Munoz is a worry against Wolves, considering I think Cunha's going to be an amazing option in game week 37. So I'm probably going to play Cucurella next week against Man United at home instead of Munoz. It's not the best defence, right, but I feel like most people are going to be in the same boat. Like, why waste a transfer on the defence at this time of the year?
Yeah, 100%. It's just not worth it.
But realistically, potentially I can next week, because if I look at my team next week in the midfield and forward line, I've got Haaland, Wissa, Cunha, happy with them, and Buemo, Salah, Sade, and Bowen. I'm happy with all them. So maybe next week, because I am dead ending into 38, maybe I can make a defensive transfer.
Because you're free hitting in 38, aren't you? Yeah.
So maybe next week I will. That might actually be the play next week, bring in a defender next week for me. But that's because of what I'm doing. Or I might just get rid of Haaland for someone else if I'm worried that he won't start that game. I'm open to that as well.
A lot of people will be saving their transfer next week, won't they, for 38? But if you're free hitting, I guess.
Whereas I don't have to worry about it, so that could be good. All right, let's have a look at... Oh, sorry, I've fallen miles behind on the chat here. All right, Isaac to Cunha and Barnes to Walanga for a -4. I think I'd keep Barnes, eh? Barnes or Walanga? I'm happy with Isaac to Cunha. The card's called that all time. Let's just defer to the card. Barnes, Alanga, Barnes. There you go. Okay. Keep Barnes. Don't do a -4. Top 3 nailed triple captain options. Top 3 nailed triple captain options. And Buemo, it has to be nailed.
Would?
Yeah. I think Wiss is a really good triple captaincy as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I think Haaland, look, I bought him in. I'll probably triple captain him, so.
Yeah, he's not nailed though, is he?
He's not.
I think Salah could do this week as well. I think he's been under-talked about, you know what I mean? I think he'll be out to prove something against Arsenal. Get his form back. Like you say, put the statement down, we are the champions. Salah put his statement down, I'm the greatest FPL player of all time. So, yeah, I think he's been underwritten a bit.
I tell you what, I'll be watching that Newcastle-Chelsea game with bated breath, because obviously I've just sold 2 of my Newcastle assets. I've just realised I'm not going to enjoy that game very much.
Yeah.
But you never know. If it's a 0-0 draw, it'll be quite nice. Well, because I don't think anyone's starting a Chelsea defender or a Newcastle defender, so it might actually work out all right if it's 0-0. All right, let's have a look. What do we got here? All right, does Haaland start? No idea. I've already just locked in my transfers. I've just taken a -4 on stream live. If you missed it, I did it about 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago. I've transferred out Isaac. I've transferred out, who was the other idiot up front? Marmouche. And I've transferred out Murphy. And I bought in Haaland, Cunha, and Saturday based off what the card said. Not based off what I thought, but based off the card. So going all in there. Will Murillo play today? I would have thought so.
I mean, he went down injured, didn't he? I'll have a look, see if I'll see if FPL Scout got him starting, but
FPL Nightmare, do a flip for triple Forest defense on free hit. All right, triple Forest defense. Oh, just sack them all off. Triple Forest defense. Ironically, I asked the card last night whether Forest keep a clean sheet, and it said yes. And then and I said, will the score be above 1-0? And it said no. So I was like, I think that's why it's been backing against Wood and Alanga all day. Because like, if there's only one goal in it, that means that Forest defence are going to be like pretty clean and tight. So we're interested to see if it reckons it's right or not. Isaac all day over Mateta. His record against top teams is unreal. Yes, it is. Transfers locked in. Yes. Does Haaland start? No idea, but I've got him anyway. AWB or 8 Nori for this week. AWB's got Man United. 8 Nori's got Brighton. I think I'd probably go with 8 Nori. What do you reckon, Gary?
Yeah, I'd go 8 Nori. Just to say, Murillo, the predictors have got Murillo starting. So
there we go.
If you've got faith in them.
Hello, FPL Nightmare. Ready to smash? Yes, he's ready to smash, I'm sure. Wissa and Alanga or Wood and Sade? We've already had that one. I'm sure it went with Wissa. Yeah, I'm going with Wissa. I think Wissa and Alanga outscore Wood and Sade, if I'm being honest. Eddie J is a bench boost of 8 Nori Verbruggen, Alanga and Sessegnon worth the bench boost. Probably. It's probably going to get more than mine. So. Probably get more than 6 points.
Yeah, Alanga could do well. I mean, Alanga could get you more than 6 points by himself, couldn't he? So
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely not, Ricky. Going to go with my instinct in about 10 minutes. Haha, love it. Yes. I want to put your full free hit squad in the chat, please, and FPL Nightmare. Some other people might be on free hit. If you can whack it all in there and type it out, I know it's a pain in the ass, but that'd be great. We can read it out. Hello, mate. Mad the Haaland transfer already. Yep. Stuff the team leaks, mate. I'm taking the team leaks on. If he's benched, I don't give a shit. I'm backing him in to score off the bench. Let's put it that way. Is a bench boost of 8? Oh, we covered that one. All right. Yeah, sorry, mate. I didn't get to your thing really quickly, but yes, a bench boost is worth it. Haaland and Buemo card flip. All right, this is the one I was after, Gary, because last night I did triple captaincy, Haaland versus triple captaincy and Buemo. Now, last night it landed on triple captaincy Haaland, and this is the only call that's left that I did last night that wasn't on stream. I'm intrigued to know if it's going to do the same. So, triple captain Haaland, triple captain and Buemo. Is the card going to stick with its original decision?
Come on, Haaland.
It did. Triple captain Haaland is in. I'm doing it.
Awesome.
If we get a link before that he's on the bench, I'm definitely changing it. But at the moment, I'm locking it in.
Good. Oh, that can really get you up there. That goes well, mate.
This is either going to be the most brilliant calls of all time, and the card is starting its own channel, or it's being retired and it's done for life. I'm never bringing it back for another round.
Stuff of FPL legend, the unit.
Stop spamming, bro. Yeah, I think he just. I was behind on the chat, so that's probably my fault more than anything else. Morning, guys. Hello, Peter. How are you? I'm also, by the way, I'm doing a reaction stream during the 3 p.m. kickoffs when Haaland is going to be playing as my triple captain. So, look, honestly, that's going to be amazing in and of itself. We've got 24 minutes to the deadline as well. You're playing based on voodoo. Yep, 100%. I've been doing it all season. It's been pretty good.
It's not voodoo. It's the FPL gods.
Yeah, it's all about chance. I mean, when the card doesn't want to make a call, it's actually landed like not making a call like that. Like, I can't tell you how many times it's actually landed on like an object and it's just stood like that. And I'm like going, okay, well, that's fair enough. It obviously doesn't know.
It doesn't know, but it knows when to tell you it doesn't know.
Exactly. I'm having double Forest defense, PF, Murillo, and Milenkovic. Is it good? Well, yeah, the card just said triple Forest defense was good. So, yeah, I'd say double the Forest defense is fine. You go, Tito. What was the thinking behind Cunha versus Wood, for example? The card picked Cunha over Wood. That is the thinking. The fixture and everything else tells me that Wood should be better than Cunha. But so many times this season, I've thought that and got it wrong. And Chris Wood's form, if you look at Chris Wood's form, I'm just going to read out the numbers. It's not good numbers. If we go to forwards really quickly, just to show what I'm talking about. Yes, he's the second top scoring forward in the game, but these are his numbers over the last 10 weeks. So game week 35, 2 points, XGI of 0.29. Game week 34, 2 points, XGI of 0.34. 33, 8 points, XGI of 0.36. Everton 32, 2 points, an XGI of 0.01. Then he was injured in 31, injured in 30. Game week 29 against Ipswich, 2 points, an XGI of 0.17. And they scored 4 goals in that game and he had an XGI of 0.17, which is the concerning thing. Man City, 28, 2 points, XGI of 0.26. Game week 27, Arsenal. I mean, these are hard fixtures. 2 points, XGI of 0.16. So in his last 9 weeks, he's returned once. It's not good form. And Nottingham Forest have dived off a cliff.
Yeah, I didn't realise it was that bad. That's pretty horrendous.
So when you look at that and then you look at Cunha, you're in.
I think there's been a leak that Haaland starts the unit.
Lazy FPL says Haaland starts, mate. I'm telling you, the card knew, Gary. The card knew. There's no way it just said triple captain Haaland over Mbuemo if it didn't know that Haaland was starting and he wasn't going to go absolutely ham. Haaland's probably sitting there going, I let these bastards off in game week, whatever it was, 6, when all these people triple captained and I got 6 points. I got 6 points on triple captaincy. You know what I'm going to do? No one's going to be triple captaining me this week except the FPL D unit. So you know what? I'm going to go ham and score 4 goals and get 21 points or whatever it is. And I'll be sitting there going, wow, that felt pretty good.
Awesome.
If you manifest it, it happens, right?
Totally, mate. Totally.
Darius, check out PC. Hold on. Let me have a look. Let's just have a quick look here. All right. Hold on. Let's have a look. All right. So Rahi's followed my moves. He's got Verbruggen in goal, Guaviol, Munoz, Nico Williams, Sade Bowen, and Mbuemo Salah, Cunha, Haaland, and Wissa. He's literally Rahi, mate. If we're either going to be sitting there looking at massive rank gains tonight, or we're going to probably shoot ourselves, and that'll be the end of it. Either way, it's going to be godlike anyway. So I'm here for it. Let's keep it going. I tell you what, the reaction stream at 10 p.m. is going to be absolutely ham. If Haaland goes nuts, I'm going to probably lose my shit on stream.
So you're doing a watch along,
yeah,
and a reaction stream at 10 o'clock. You're going to be
sorry, 3 p.m. your time, 10 o'clock here.
Yeah. Okay. Oh right, yeah. Got you. I'll look forward to that.
All right, let's have a look. What have we got here? What was the thinking? All right, so cool, yeah, done that. I'm bringing in Cunha captain instead of Wissa because I'm chasing. Good move. The card loves the Cunha move, mate. That's all I'm going to say. The card loves the Cunha move. Just do it. Triple captain Wissa. Yeah, you could triple captain Wissa. I think he'll be good. Absolutely beautiful. Full send. Triple captain Haaland. 100%. I'm full sending. Look, that's what we're here for. We're here for entertainment. And hopefully we are providing you with entertainment. I can tell you everyone else's streams are nowhere near as ridiculous as this nonsense. Let's have a look.
Voodoo.
Yeah, 100%. How do you still have triple captain? Good question. I just was hoping for a double game week, and I'm hoping Haaland can do the job. Are you sure Haaland will start? No, but lots of people seem to be thinking that he does start, so I'm just rolling it and going with it around now. Going around Twitter now, very good. That's all we like to hear. Next season, D-Unit 2K subs, the card 1 million subs. Mate, I'm just going to retire. Next year, I'm not even going to call myself FPL D Unit. If the card has got this right, next season I'm coming back with a rebrand. It's going to be FPL D Unit card.
Or FPL,
or just
FPL
FPL
Voodoo.
card. FPL card.
FPL Voodoo. I like FPL Voodoo or Voodoo card or something.
I love it. Areola or Sanchez?
Sanchez, I think.
Sanchez, yep. I would agree. Is Sells Ferreira good? I wouldn't be wasting a transfer on a goalkeeper, but yes, I think Sells is going to be better than Raya this week.
Yeah.
Oh, Daryl Coe. I think I'm going to follow you, but Haaland and captain him. Yep. I mean, look, the card has said it. Don't blame me if it goes wrong. I'm just doing it because the card has literally doubled down on every card flip I did last night. And if that's not a sign, then I don't know what a sign is. And the fact I had the money to do it, I think it's worth it. So we'll see. I am not chasing, doing very well. Yeah, Daryl's actually doing really well. He's inside the top 5,000 as well. Woohoo, let's go. Yep, 100% Peter, we are on. Clivett versus Sade card flip. I can tell you it's going to land on Sade because it's, well, I hope it lands on Sade. I just bought the bastard in. Sade, Clivett. Mate, this card is on fire. Sade, it's landed on.
It's incredible, the consistency.
I'm telling you, it's mad. It's actually mad. It's mad. And ironically, as I said before, it didn't want Amet to share the news, and I wanted Amet to share the news, but it came up with no. So look, I will do whatever the card says if I think it's within reason. Which most of the time it's not within reason, but I do it anyway. Is Mateta a minutes risk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is
so
too.
With the FA Cup final, but we don't know, do we?
Nah, it's just really risky. I don't think he plays 90 minutes. Let's put it that way.
Yep, I've just seen in the chat Marmoush benched apparently KDB starts, so I've just benched Marmoush and brought Rodgers into my team.
Ah, lovely, lovely. We're going to actually, Gary, you want to go through your team really quickly before we get back to the chat?
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to read it out?
Yeah, just read it out. Sorry, I was like, I forgot to actually prep that on the stream before.
No worries, no. Martinez in goal, Mazraoui, Livramento, Gavadio in defence, Sarr, Eze, Salah in Burmo, and now Rodgers in midfield because I've just benched Marmoush. And I made my transfer about 10 minutes ago. I probably should have said I bought Visser in for Mateta, so I've got Visser and Isak up front. So, yeah. I'm assuming we can trust these leaks. Assuming we can trust these leaks from that Man City account.
Well, yeah, let's hope. I mean, I was making this move regardless because the card said it. So I did it before any links came through.
Yeah, I was gonna make my transfer, but I might have. I wouldn't be benching Marmoush without these leaks. Put it that way.
yeah, that's it.
Would you bench Marmoush for Rodgers with him not starting, or do you reckon he could get enough off the bench against Southampton to make him worth it? I'm not
That's
sure.
a really tough one, Gary. I actually, to be honest with you, Rodgers is one of those ones where I don't actually think he'll do anything against Bournemouth, but this is the week where he probably does something. So
yeah, he does things that are unsurprised when you don't expect it, doesn't he?
He's been very trolly, very trolly.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
I think I'll go Rodgers.
Did the card say Cunha over Wisser? Yeah, the card said Cunha over Wisser, by the way. Yep, it did. Sell Salah and triple captain Haaland or free hit. I wouldn't be free hitting this week just to bring in Haaland. That seems a bit ridiculous. And I don't know if I'd sell Salah for Haaland either, but I mean, I suppose you could.
I mean, you can free hit and get Haaland in when he's fitter and get better minutes. Whereas this week he could end up not meaning to put a downer on your triple captain D unit, but he could come off after 50, 60 minutes, couldn't he?
Oh, he could. Hopefully by then he's got 4 goals and I won't care. Actually, maybe he'll be sitting there on 4 goals and he gets off of 57 minutes. I was like, why are you taking him off? He could get 6. Could you imagine? I'll be like, oh, mate, don't take I'll be so pissed off if he scored like a hat-trick and he gets pulled off before 60 minutes. I'll be like going, Just leave him out there. He's feeling it, man.
No, that's too selfish, D-Unit. You've got a hat trick out of him.
I want that top 1K.
I reckon you'll be pretty happy, mate.
All right. Rahi says Kevin De Bruyne starts, Marmoush benched. Hugo T, another Isaac KDB starts, Marmoush benched. Lots of people saying Marmoush benched. Best free hit out of 37, 38. Free hit 38 all day long. That's what I'm on. If this doesn't work, you need to get a new card. Yeah, 100% this one will be going in the bin. It's difficult getting in Haaland. Have to take out Isaac and Guardiol for -4. So do I go for De Bruyne instead by selling Kluivert? I'd probably go with De Bruyne for Kluivert instead. And not go the -4. Please, mate, I need help. Sell Salah and triple captain Haaland or free hit. Again, I'm triple captaining Haaland. It doesn't mean you should. I'm just doing this based purely off what the card landed on. More like I did think at the start of the season, Gary, I hopped on and my team value was soaring. I've got 108 point whatever it is team value, and I was like going, nice. At the end of the season, I want to be able to have Haaland in the team as well as Salah and a bunch of other good players. And now I've done exactly what I wanted to do. I'm just hoping that it works out as well as what it should do on paper. D-Tuck, Kluivert to Alanga or Saturday. The card picked Saturday 2 times. One yesterday before the stream, one on stream, which is why I've tripled up on the Brentford attack. Let's have a look. What else we got here? I'm all in with the card. Sinking or swimming with Team D unit. Love it. Marmoush to Cunha for a hit or play Rodgers?
Oh, well, I am playing Rodgers, so... But the card would definitely say the hit's
Cunha.
Probably worth it.
It's been loving Cunha all night. Hasn't backed against him once. FPL Jack, Salah to Kevin De Bruyne. So, Salah to Kevin De Bruyne to get Haaland in. Oh, that's an interesting one. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland, I mean, what are the odds of Kevin De Bruyne setting up Haaland for like a hat-trick on all 3 on all 3 goals? Pretty high, I reckon.
Yeah, pretty high, yeah. Yeah, it might be worth it.
So, mate, everyone's jumping on the triple captain Haaland now. Sazan Kadit says Haaland and De Bruyne starts and Marmoush bench, so triple captain Haaland is on. Oh, mate, I love saying this dude's name. He comes in the chat every week. Haktua. Hey, mate, should I start Munoz or Murphy?
I'd go Murphy, I think.
I always prefer to start midfielders over defenders, so for that reason, I would also go Murphy.
Munoz is not going to keep a clean sheet, is he?
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so. Tottenham do like to score. You're backing in a Munoz attacking return more than a clean sheet. Aziz Youssef, did they say if Savinho was benched again? Very good question. Chat, anyone know about Savinho benching or whether he starts? Tripling up Forest defence versus not tripling up card flip. We've already done that for FPL Nightmare, and the card said to triple up on Forest defence. Haaland starts. It is being leaked. Oh, mate, I'm telling you, the D unit is in. FPL MFZ. D swear, last question, Alanga or Sade? The card has already done this on stream and it picked Sade. So look, I've done all the moves based off what the card has said. So if anyone wonders whether I just back in the card or not, I always back in the card. I've done it all season long and more often than not, it has been unbelievably good for me. Fire King, best mid to bring in for Salah to get Haaland.
It depends who he's got, I guess. I would... Bowen?
If you haven't got Mbuemo, I'd go on Mbuemo. If you haven't got Kevin De Bruyne, now that we know he starts, I'd probably go him. And if you haven't got either of them, I'd probably go Bowen. Yep.
It'd be difficult to avoid... Probably difficult to afford De Bruyne, wouldn't it, if he's trying to save money?
Oh, yeah, it depends on who he's trying to upgrade to Haaland. That is correct.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah, I didn't think of that one. Good note.
Or Sade, if you really need some money.
The card loves Sade as well, I tell you. Did you take a -8, mate? No, I took a -4. The card actually said to take a -4 last night, and it backed in the -4 today, and that's exactly what I've done. Start Raya or Areola? That's an interesting one.
Yeah, Areola, maybe more chances saved.
I think I'd go with Areola as well. I've got 61 people in the chat as well. By the way, if you haven't already, smash a like on the stream. And at the end of this stream, please go and check out FPL Have a BR. We want to get him to 1K subs. So the link to his channel is in the description. I'll be there on his channel as well, previewing Game Week 37. So there's every reason to tune into him. Go there, smash a sub. He will appreciate it. And so will I for having this amazing guest on the channel today. Wissa and Salah or Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland with -4. All right, so do you go with Wissa and Salah? What? Hold on. That doesn't make any... Oh, so it's either Wissa and Salah or it's Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland.
When we started the stream, I would have said Wissa and Salah, but I think if you want to go on all in and go KDB and Haaland for the -4. I mean, my gut would say don't do it, but my love of the card that has developed over the course of the stream is saying go for it. What do you think, mate?
I think I'd do the same. I think I'd just go with it as well. What do you say to the triple captain and Buemo group then, now that it's on Haaland? Unlucky. I mean, the card picked Cunha over Buemo, so I'm really intrigued to see how that call pays out, because in my head, that even means that Brentford are going to win and Sade is going to be brilliant and Buemo is going to do nothing and Cunha is going to outscore him. So I'm intrigued by that, so we'll have to wait and see how that pays out. That is the one thing that I think that it's backed in that I'm a little unsure of. But
yeah,
the last time I thought that, when I thought that Cunha captain over Salah captain in 34, I thought the card was barking, and my God, was it not barking? It was on one.
They did score 4 goals last week, and Cunha and Burma only got a fantasy assist. So, maybe we are putting a little bit, maybe too much faith in him. I don't know.
XGI of only 0.18 in that game as well.
Wow, didn't realize
so it's
it was
not
that
much.
Low. Yeah. So. No, and he's kind of gone through phases this season of being awesome, and then there was another point in the season where his XG was terrible, wasn't it? So maybe he's going into one of those phases again.
Oh my God, this is brilliant. Hold on, I'm going to rattle through the chat here because we are getting close to the deadline. So keep your comments and keep your questions coming in. It's all right. Hold on. So Raya or Pope? I'd probably go Pope instead of Raya. Star is Stupingang, Livramento or Saliba. Have Cunha the 15 pointers coming in. Yeah, love it. Who do you start out of that lot? I think it's
Salia. Sorry, mate. Say again.
Estupiñán, Livramento or Saliba. I think a Livramento, yeah.
Livramento, yeah. Chance of attacking return.
Yeah, exactly. Daryl Coe, just about to pull the trigger. Salah and Isaac out. Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne are in. Yes or no? I have a free hit for Game Week 38. Look, I'm backing it in. So a lot of people have just asked that question. I think if they're both starting as being leaked, I think you just play them both and just go for it. It's time for differential. Salah, Mamouche, Isaac out for Sade, Cunha and Haaland. Oh, mate, I love it.
Nice.
All these people on the stream are going to be bringing in Cunha instead of Wood and Wissa, and I'm going to be like, we're going to be responsible for it.
I think the other thing is, people bear in mind, are you chasing or not? Because if you're not chasing, maybe Wissa, Salah, for example, are the more safe options. But if you're chasing, these risky calls on Sade, De Bruyne and Haaland are, probably worth it.
That's it. Full send Haaland with Kevin De Bruyne in -4 of Haaland captain. I mean, all the people in this chat, Gary, they're all just hopping on the bandwagon. I'd take no responsibility if it goes poorly. You can blame it on the card. Blame it on the card. We have not convinced anyone to do it at all. Is Haaland definitely starting? According to leaks, yes, he is. FPL Nightmare, I've backed the card. Triple Forest defense, triple Brentford attack. Guaviol, Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland, Cunha and Salah. And just for Stevie-O, Ahmad first sub. You best be right about Cunha over Isaac. Love it.
Love it, Nightmare.
I reckon that's a really good free hit draft, to be honest with you. I think it's very sexy. Wissa or Wood nice. For Marmouche? Wissa over Wood all day long.
Yep.
Triple captain and Buemo or Cunha. Gorilla Nips. What a name. Gorilla Nips. The card called Cunha over Mbuemo. That's all I'll say. In my head, I'm saying Mbuemo. The card is backing against me, though, and it said Cunha. That's all I'll say. But if you want my opinion is Mbuemo triple captain sounds better than Cunha triple captain. According to the card, though, triple captain Cunha is better than triple captain Mbuemo. I'll leave it at that.
Could you imagine the unit if someone had said to you at the start of the season you'd be playing a triple captain on Mbuemo in a single game week? You probably would have sent them to a nut house, you know what I mean?
I think if you'd said triple captain Mbuemo or Cunha at the start of the season, we'd definitely be sending you to a nut house.
Yeah.
All right, Rogers versus Clivett card flip. Rogers, Clivett. There you go. Maybe Rogers is going to blank. Absolutely smashed about to make transfers and a minute before the deadline. Brilliant. Yep, you've got 3 minutes before the deadline, so you've got a little bit of time. I'm so excited for this week now. Peter says, I'm excited as well, mate. Triple captain play is in to go. Let's go. Is free hit in game week 37, 38 better? It's 38 for me, Eddie. I don't think free hit 37 looks that good. Play Minte or Marmouche? Well, Marmouche is benched according to reports, so I think you play Minte, eh, Gary?
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely.
Murphy or Rogers, fairly quick. I think you play Murphy over Rogers.
Yep.
Peter says, FPL Nightmare, good luck, mate. Really hope it goes well for you. Jesse, Floyam, Salah to Eze for Haaland. I think Eze's a risk in 37. I think there's better midfielders you can buy.
Yeah, if you're chasing, Salah to Haaland might not be the worst thing.
Mate, the Haaland fever's building here. Everyone that's joining this chat is taking hits for him. Rahul Merchant Dani just took a -8 to get Haaland and Sade in for Salah and Marmouche in an attempt to chase mini league rank. Thoughts on the move? Well, you've done it now, so all hail the Haaland train. Everyone's on board the Haaland train.
The card's behind it.
Yeah, the card is riding that train. Let's have a look. Free hit sells Aina, Williams, Guaviol, Kevin De Bruyne, Bowen and Buemo, Sade, Haaland, captain, Wissa, Cunha. I love it. Free hit, all in on the card. Let's go. Nice. Triple captain Cunha or triple captain Haaland. Flip it. Oh, mate, Rahi, you're an idiot. Haaland triple captain, Cunha triple captain. If this lands on Cunha, I'm gonna just lose my shit. It landed on Haaland, thank the Lord. It's backed in against Cunha. There you go, Rahi. All right, we've got 1 minute left. I'm going to try and rattle through these as quickly as possible. I need a kid, 9.1 million midfielder. 9.1 million midfielder. Just go with Sade. D, just saying, it's on you when Cunha and Sade blank. No, it's not. It's on the card. Bowen, yes, Bowen's great. For Bruggen or Raya? For Bruggen, it's the biggest... Big balls calls Pete. Safety net removed. Going for the kill. Yes. Kirkes or 8 Nori. 8 Nori. Is Haaland going to start? Yes. De Bruyne just got 0.1 price increment. Unlucky. What do you think of De Bruyne captain? Yes. No. Yes. Took a -4. Isaac and Marmouche to Cunha and Haaland. Captain Haaland. Let's go. Yes. Nah. All on Sade train. If it's a fail, it's on D. It's on the card. Salah and Marmouche to Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland with triple captain. Yes. Let's go. Triple captain Haaland. Yes. Let's go. All right, we've hit the... We're less than a minute. Thanks to the entertainment and the expert opinions judged by the arbitrary flip of a card. Good luck, Mr. Unit and Mr. Beer. May your arrows be green and your lucky card be correct. Tom Neugen, should I captain Haaland on Buemo? Haaland, it already suggested that with a card. Saka or Sarr to start? I'll leave that one with you, Gary. It's the last comment in the chat. What do you reckon, Sarr or Saka to start?
I go Sarr.
Sarr. Brilliant. Oh, my God. How did I rattle through all those comments in the last 40 seconds?
That's your talent, mate. That's your talent. That's
right,
what
now,
you bring over the...
Sorry, go on.
That's what you bring over and above the... That's what you bring over and above the card.
Yeah. I was like, I bring the ability just to get through everything. The card brings the vibes. All right, so what we do normally at the end of this stream, Gary, is we go to FPL Challenge and we have a look at it. And we make a few decisions on how poorly I went last week, probably. Let's have a look.
Okay, that's it. I've not looked at it this season, so that'll be interesting.
So last week I did very poorly. I went with 4 Newcastle players and I captained Jacob Murphy. And that went really well for me because he got taken off on 57 minutes. and I thought, let's have a bit of fun and challenge, and it sucked. So let's just say Newcastle let the team down last week. Game week 36, players from Liverpool and Arsenal earned double points. So what formation shall we line up in? I'd say probably a 1-2-1 is probably best.
Okay, I'm just having a look at. Oh, it's coming on the screen now. Yeah, 1-2-1. What's the options?
So you can have two defenders, one midfielder, one forward. You can have one defender, two midfielders, one forward, or you can have one defender, one midfielder, two forwards. Now Arsenal have no forwards, so I think it doesn't make any sense to play two forwards.
Yeah.
All right, so who are we going? Are we going Alisson Becker or are we going Raya?
Alisson, I think.
Yep, I would agree.
And they're at home as well, aren't they?
Yep, they are. Defender.
At home.
Which defender are we going with now? This is a hard one. I think we go with a defender I think we go with a DeForest defender.
Yeah, because neither of them are going to keep a clean sheet, so the double doesn't matter, does it? Doubling of the points.
Now, which Forest defender do you like the most? Milinkovic, Aina, Murillo, or Nico Williams?
Well, Murillo, we're not 100% sure he's going to start, are we? So I'd go Milenkovic. He's had a few big alls this season, hasn't he, and come in, so I like him.
I like it. I'm playing him this week in my normal team as well. Now, I've actually just thought about this. I actually think that getting rid of Becker might be a smart move and just bring in Sells. The card said triple Forest defence, so who are we to argue with it?
Yeah. No, I agree.
All right, let's go with Sells. There we go. All right, now the midfielders. I think Salah's got to be one here, that considering he earns double points regardless of whether he's captain or not. Then which other midfielder should we pick?
I mean, I'd be tempted with Mbeumo. I mean, I guess you could say Saka, but are we 100% sure he starts? I think Mbeumo...
Safe bet.
I think Mbeumo will probably get double the points that Saka gets this week anyway. So I'd be tempted for Mbeumo.
Or do we go a what do you call it? Do we go a Saturday instead of an Mbeumo and just roll the dice?
Oh, well, yeah.
Let's do it. It's challenge. I don't really care about challenge. Let's just do it, just for the fun.
You get an overall rank. What do you get in this? Because I literally haven't touched it this season.
I'll have a look in the sec. Where I think I'm not actually sure what I am. I've done okay. I'm leading the mini league that we're in at the moment, but that's by pure fluke, the more than anything else, because I just don't really care about it, to be honest. Now forwards, we've got to pick Cunha, right?
Yeah, you got to pick.
No, we got to go Haaland. We got to go Haaland. The card said Haaland over Cunha because someone said do the triple captain on Haaland and Cunha, and it came with Haaland. So for that reason, we're going to bring in Haaland. We're going to make him captain, and that's going to be the team this week. So we're going Sells and Milinkovic, double Forest defence, Salah, Sade, and captain Haaland. Just have a quick look at the chat really quickly and what we missed. Unfortunately, these came in after the deadline had passed, which is why I left them till now. So Marmoush to Wood for free and triple captain and Mbeumo. Yeah, that would have been okay. I had a -4 before the Haaland leak. Now I took a -12 total to get Haaland in and Wissa. -12. And the Haaland fever's gone through the roof, Gary. Maybe he's not even a differential.
Not in this chat, anyway.
Nah. What did the card say about Kevin De Bruyne captain? We didn't actually ask about the Kevin De Bruyne captain, but I'd say it's probably a good shout. FPL Nightmare, it's going to make a great video. Come on. Yeah, it will. Is Marmoush benched? Yes, apparently. Marmoush benched. It was leaked, but it's risky as it's very, very early leak. Ty, have him in my team still, so he hopes he starts. Who did you captain? I captained Haaland. I can't show you because it's updating at the moment. I took a -12. Yeah, I saw that one already. -8, 0.0 in the bank. Marmoush, Haaland, correct. Marmoush, Mateta, Isaac to Haaland, Wissa and Wood. Okay, completely changed the forward line there. All in on the relegated teams. Spicy last first 30 minutes. What did you end up doing? Also, what does the D in D unit stand for? Gary, what does the D in D unit stand for?
If I remember correctly, destruction.
Yes.
Yes.
The destruction unit. I'm going to destruct on FPL. That is the plan this week with my triple captain on Haaland. So my moves in the end were, and the card literally backed up everything I did pre-stream last night. It's doubled down on it today. So I've transferred out Jacob Murphy, I've transferred out Isaac, and I've transferred out Marmoush. I've bought in Erling Haaland, I've bought in Cunha, and I've bought in Kevin Sade, and I've triple captained Haaland. How's it going to go? You'll have to join me for the watch along in about an hour and 24 minutes because it's going to be fun or it's going to be painful. You might actually see tears on stream, or you're going to see me lose the plot. Imagine the leak is wrong. Yeah, imagine probably is. The double points on challenge are a trap. If the leak is wrong, then a lot of people will be in big trouble. Yep. Can you flip the card? Cheese and pickle sandwich or scrambled egg on toast? All right, let's do it. All right, cheese and pickle sandwich or scrambled egg on toast. It's gone with what was the first one? Cheese and pickle sandwich. That's what you want to have. That's what your body wants. Destruction, love it. I've kept Savinho in starting 11. Yep. I mean, if he starts, he's going to be great. I captained Palmer, brought in Watkins and Sade. Okay, interesting moves. Don't mind it. All right. Chat, that's it. We're done. We are locked and loaded. You've got 7 bonus minutes of us. And I tell you what a stream that was. Gary, I hope you have enjoyed it.
That was awesome, mate. Awesome. Brilliant debut deadline stream to sit on. Thanks for having me, mate.
No problem at all. Chat, I'll be back at 10 o'clock. No, sorry, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. for the kickoffs. I'll be back then for the live kickoffs. We will watch together as either Haaland breaks my soul or he sends me absolutely ecstatic. It's going to be one or the other. Or it could just be a very middling performance, but I'm hoping it's going to be absolutely ecstatic. Thanks for watching. Before you go, at the end of this, when I click end stream, if you can do us all a favor, go over to FPL Have a Beer. The link is in the video description. Smash him a sub because I'll be appearing on his channel next week on Wednesday night for a Game Week 37 preview. So make sure you get amongst that. Gary, any closing thoughts for the chat?
No, mate. Yeah, just thanks for having me on. Yeah, if you could check out my channel and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. As D units coming on Wednesday, it'll be interesting to see how you got on, mate. When we go over and have a look back at the teams.
I'm either going to come in with an absolute step, or I'm going to come in with my tail between my legs.
Yeah. And also, I've got an interview series there who had people like Mark Southerns and Az and Let's Talk FPL Andy, loads of massive names just having a general chat. And D Unit will be coming up on Game Week 38, which is how I know what the D stands for in D Unit. But yeah, thanks for having me, mate. It's been brilliant. Look forward to